We're slipping back into our old habits again. It's 8:07.
Hold on.
For old time's sake.
Happy 1 year YouTube Live, which we had no idea about until it was brought to our attention yesterday, and then it happened towards the end of last night's live, and then the people were saying, everyone that was there, that they wanted us to come live again today.
And of course me, who never wants to end the party.
You.
And right now she's like miserable. She's just like, I just want to be in my bed watching, what is that, those Planet Octopus?
Yeah, no. On Netflix they have Blue Planet, and I've been watching the Blue Planet, Blue Earth, Green Earth, whatever, like just all the documentaries on Netflix. And so like that's total. She literally yanked me up from a nap. I was asleep. Like I was gone. Like at like 7:40, she's basically like, let's go.
Though this was planned last night and she knew, but she was too busy shopping at the closing sale. What was it? You went to,
Charlotte Russe. Charlotte Russe is closing. So
nobody was never bothered with that story.
I went to go get part of the sales.
Yeah, no. Hair sticking up like alfalfa.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So you rushed me around the mall. I grabbed a few things, and then we had to come home, and then I like tried to get in like a little power nap. But yeah, no, we had to celebrate 1 year because
this is major.
Like YouTube Live is special to us.
Yes.
Because last year we were going through, and we're always going through. So boring. But no, like you were going through, I was going through, and I think we finished filming a video, or I don't know how we ended up going live, but we just went live, and like our live is there, and it's like, you know, hey, first time going live. I think that's the title. And then from there, we just kept going live. Like every Friday night, and if we didn't go Friday, then maybe we went a Sunday. If we missed, like we figured out we have about like 53, 54 live tapes, and even though we've missed a couple Fridays, like we've made up for it, or we've doubled up one night, or
and we found out like people are all the same. Like we didn't have a life, and y'all didn't have lives, and we kind of and so like we like really like kind of like met on Friday nights. Like who's home on Friday nights, but the MADCURLS fam. And then New Year's Eve, all those that didn't have lives, we didn't have a life, nobody had parties, and like we were there, we had like our own little party.
Right, we did New Year's with you guys, we did Christmas, we did Halloween,
the pumpkin carving. Yeah. So we had like, you had like a whole mirage of pictures.
I did, that's on Instagram, I put it on our community page, and yeah, we've been live for a year now. Yeah. And we were going through, we went to the first live to see like some of the people, like who were like the people who were here since
here from day one. Raise hands.
Because I was watching like, oh, they've been here since day one. They've been here. Must not call people out because I know I'm gonna forget. Because like there was mad people in the room, even on like our day one.
Can I name a few names? Like
Kay Pagan was one of them. I know I saw Kay Pagan on the first live.
I don't know if Easton J's here these days, but Easton J was there.
Easton J was there.
Ari, did we see?
Ari was there day one. Girl, we ain't gonna call people out, girl.
I'm
not gonna remember, girl.
Charge it to my brain these days, not my heart. All right. Oh, was it 106 Andy? Yes, no, maybe.
I don't remember.
All right, let me stop on
girl,
that.
Okay, you're done.
All right, who's here from day one? Hands up.
Anybody remember day one? You guys were here. Ashley here says I've been here, but I was quiet for a while.
Okay, so who's in the shadows? Because they have a voice too. We've been seeing when emails come in, like, don't forget those that are in the shadows. I'm like, how can we remember if y'all's in the shadow? I tell y'all, come on out to the marvelous light. But
Sheila Wright said she started 5/18/18, but never said anything.
Okay. When did you first start speaking?
Some people were in the shadows, and they eventually came out. And
I liked when people of a certain age started coming out, because I felt like I wasn't alone, and I started seeing that
I'm eating my dinner.
And I started seeing that we were overtaking the lives, that people that were around my age. You know, I was like, wow, there's like more people around my age, so I really felt comfortable with that, and I loved that. And so,
Hannah Waco, she said, I do not say anything, but I watch you guys Friday nights.
Okay.
We appreciate you.
All right. I just started speaking this year, said Sherry, is it, all right, you have to phonetically spell that.
Is it Ningun? Ningun?
I don't know. Sometimes other languages, they have
I just started speaking this year. Oh, when?
Okay, yeah, that we don't pronounce. Okay. When?
Helium, I think I've been here since day one.
Oh wait, is that
go through phases of being quiet and chatting?
Is it new when?
Yeah.
Is it?
No, she said when.
What does when mean?
That's how you pronounce it.
That's what. When? That's what I said. Okay,
yeah, when.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sherry, when? Wow.
It's Vietnamese.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, certain languages we don't have those sounds.
Gina Martin, I just found you too like yesterday. Well, welcome.
Oh, okay.
We've been on lives a year today,
yes.
And every Friday, and we've been on the channel since what, May of 2018?
We kind of said we've been on
last year together.
Every Friday. We said save maybe 5 But that didn't sit right with us because we were like, no, I know that if we didn't come out on a Friday,
no,
we would go on like
Yeah.
a Tuesday.
Yeah.
We would make up for a Tuesday because we would miss you guys.
When did
Or
we
we would go on
officially start?
Sunday.
We started making videos, what, May 2017? I think it was 2017, like May 2017.
No,
And then we started, yeah, then we started going live. Because that makes sense.
no, I think because I big chopped in November of 2016, and I think I said 3 months later I started, like my hair started coming into its own, and so that was like around like that March-ish kind of time. Did we go to that party in New Jersey? And everybody knew us, like they were like, that's the MADCURLS mom. So they already knew me, so we had been, I don't know if it was live, but we did videos. But
I remember we did officially like collaboration. We changed it to MADCURLS in May.
Yes.
But we've been here.
Because
Okay.
guys, I was feeling some type of way. I was working just as hard as she was, and my name wasn't recognized. I got no acknowledgement.
Girl.
First, she threw me a crumb and had me bouncing it, and LoriAnne too. LoriAnne too? Girl, bye. And so I said,
Thanks for popping in, good sister.
thank you. I said, no, I want a little bit more recognition than that. So,
Thank you, Larissa. She's popping in from Manchester, England. I know it's probably late over there.
What is it?
Lily Lifts, I'm a new follower. Welcome.
What a great time to show up.
What a great time to be alive.
Welcome the new followers and show them to a seat, please. Take their jackets, hang them up on the hook.
Happy
Okay.
Winnie.
Okay, DRS exotic.
Oh, okay, so
what?
Kia Lammy said she was there in the first live.
Okay.
When we was looking busted, no makeup. I had that horrible part. Why was my hair parted like that? It was just like...
I basically look the same. My hair has been short. It's grown out. Then I look, oh my gosh, guys, did I look like a wildebeest or what for that funeral video? Like, did I have like a lot of hair back at the end of the year? I felt like that was like such a good look. But when I
April
look
20th,
back,
2017. Oh,
you showed me that picture today. That was just a lot of hair.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love,
like
I
the
love
disappointing
my short
products
haircut.
video. Yeah, I was like, Mom, you had like a full head of hair. Like, wow. Wow.
Yeah, no, that was just a lot of hair. Thank you.
Hi, Chelsea and Nals. She said she was the first one in the room tonight. Hey, girl.
Oh. See, probably the first time you're in the room, like we don't go into the top and acknowledge you, right? Taylor's fault.
No, because we found that when we go in the room, like if we preset the lives, like I always we come at 8, but I always set it at 7:45, and like people come in early and they talk to each other, and like within that like 15-minute span, you always want to like go back to the top, but then once we join, a flood of people coming in, so we're missing. I'm like, we just need to start the live for when we come in. You know, everyone else is kind of talking to each other, but then once we come in, we'll take the live from there because we're trying to scroll back. All this talking, I'm like, and we're missing all the new talking. So
yeah, that made sense.
All the live talking that was like happening.
Yeah,
when we get in the room.
I caved in on that one because that made sense.
Let's see. Kathy Mahome Street said, "Hello from Georgia. Love your mother-daughter act and also your laugh." You might think this is acting, but
oh my gosh, it's just really us. I always say I'm consistent across the board.
Saying? Oh, we think we were telling Joe when we were getting our haircuts. I'm like, I think sometimes people think like we put on a show or like we're acting. I'm like, oh my gosh, like we totally don't. Like this is us on camera and off camera.
People said we were always like the camera would love us. Like we should just take our lives, what we do, and put it on TV. Well, you know, we can't just put ourselves on TV. You have to have people that want to have you on TV, have like a reality show. We would have a great reality show, but it's just what we do every day. When we turn the camera off, we're still doing the same old stuff.
We are.
And when you
we were so loud this morning. Like I have no idea why. Like I woke up, I went around the room, and I'm like, let's go by with the boys. The boys meeting like my brothers.
Eating your cream cheese.
Yeah, so we went into the room, and like literally it was just like my younger brother, my older brother, my mom, and me. And we were all just yelling and like talking over, just like having a conversation. Like our volume level is always on like a 10. We were just so loud for no reason.
Yeah, no, we are. But when we're home, we're always, I don't know, it's just our chatty voices. But yeah, you don't mistake me in person because I always sound the same in text as I do in person, as I do in emails. I mean, it's just on the phone. Okay,
Happy live anniversary.
Yes, Nelly, a wildebeest. I did. It was just a lot of hair. I thought that was a sickening look back then, though. But wow, I knew what I want. See, I know what I want. I'm so glad I stayed firm to what I want, and I just knew I wanted my hair cut. I made the best of a bad situation at that point, because it was just growing out, and I knew you guys were gonna have a fit if I cut it, but I'm so glad we just all embraced the short hair.
Yeah.
Because
but getting back to like our lives, I said, you know, when you came on the channel, the main thing you brought in, because I had just stuck to Instagram, which was like quick videos, no talking. I was not a talker. I just didn't talk. But you came on the channel, you're like, okay, this is YouTube. This is a different platform. Like, you have to open up your mouth and, like, talk to the people. Right. And you're like, not only that, like, you need to talk to the people in the comments. So you really brought that in. You're like, people are talking to you and you're not talking back in the comments. Like, get in these comments, and you got in the comments.
I know, but you have to create relationships. You have to have a memory. And I always say I have like a convenient memory, but I really did remember who was there. Very selective. I remember who was there and who wasn't there, and I would remember like little tidbits. And I would like kind of reach out and ask if somebody said something about like, what do you use for children's hair? I would say, oh, do you have a child? Like, how old? And are they in school? Or I love graduations. I love birthdays. And so I just really try to connect on that kind of like family level, because that really what is my calling. Like, I always say that I'm not really a people person, but apparently I am, because I just love talking to people and learning about people. Yeah. And so this is like the perfect platform.
We were kind of getting like to know you guys through the comments, through our videos, but I said live took it to a whole new level of like relationships with the people that follow us, and then like you guys with each other. I'm like, it takes to like a whole another level. Like, that's really where Mad Curls fam was like born, basically, and like we're just all just like crazily close.
Yeah, and I think
you guys know all our business. Like,
yeah, I think that you guys reached out and really related, but there were comments sometimes that said, do you guys, like, are you guys real? Like the makeup is so perfect, the hair is so perfect. Do you guys ever like have a bad hair day? We're like, yeah, we definitely do. But I think it really took a turn. Do you guys not agree? In November, when I almost lost my job, when she almost fired me, because I just lost it, you know, on camera. Like, it wasn't planned, it wasn't put on.
You see the good and the bad.
You saw the good and the bad, and you never knew what we were hiding behind the scenes, all that we were going through. And I was just so stressed. We were going like really good. We had a great live, like we always do. And then all of a sudden at the end, you guys all know I have multiple sclerosis. Like, I had like a cog fog moment, like a cognitive. I couldn't remember where I was at. I couldn't pull a word, and I just froze. And then, because I was so stressed out about all that was going on in my life. And then at that point, I just kind of got up and walked off set, so to speak. It was just like the oddest thing. And then you're like, okay, well, so much for LoriAnne. But then when we turned the cameras off, we thought, this can't go on. I knew I would never get back in front of the camera again if I didn't address it immediately. So I said, just turn it back on. I'm just going to start speaking and just share why I did what I did and what's going on. You guys at the time didn't know I had multiple sclerosis. You guys didn't know what was going on in our personal lives, our family. And some channels, I watched a channel today. I think this tag is going around about assumptions, what you assume about people. I said, she's like, she doesn't share anything about her private life. Like, what she does on her crime channel. I still love crime channels, guys. Still researching that genre. But she said nobody knows anything about her. They don't know her sexuality. They don't know who she dates. They don't know where she lives. I mean, nothing. She's in England, but she doesn't share anything. And I said that's pretty strange. You know, that people don't share. I'm a talker. I want to share. I want people to know what they subscribe to and what we're about. And who said that? I saw that comment going up. Was it somebody, Mahoney, was it? Glad to see that, we get along, great mother and daughter relationship. We really do. And this is like a tough thing to do, day in and day out, being together, never a break, never a breather, always doing this. And one like kind of like depending on the other. Like, if one falls off, the other one's going to bring the other one down. Like, we both have to be in this. We both have to take it seriously. And it's tough, but no, we have a strong relationship, and it's like the best job for us at the moment.
And you guys make it fun.
And you guys make it so much fun.
You went on a tangent.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Don't remember. Kind of made a tangent. Oh, I was saying how like people are close to, like, their subscribers, and like we're close in the comments, but live just kind of took it to a whole new level. And then you start talking about how, like, in November we got even closer because we started sharing our personal life. And so we're just close to just Mad Curls fam.
I can't wait till season 2. Okay, let's see. Evelyn said, what are you eating, Taylor?
So this week I kind of meal planned with some rice. I kind of wanted to make my own little makeshift like taco bowl. So I made rice, beef, corn, and beans, and then I put like tomatoes and lettuce on it with some hot sauce. That's what I'm eating.
A great big old bowl.
Girl, this is my last one, girl. I have to.
No, we were starving. She didn't offer her mother not one morsel.
Let's not talk about the key lime pie that you didn't offer me. I'm not.
Oh, that happened at the end of live last night.
How she bought an entire key lime pie and did not share one slice. Even when I asked, she said basically you were at the grocery store. You could have bought one, and she really ate an entire key lime pie.
But I didn't leave you unawares. I didn't tell you I was getting it for both of us. Sometimes I'll say, "Hey, let's get this," but I put it in the cart.
I just assumed
I had no intention of sharing
because we share everything.
Not
so
that.
I was shocked. I'm like, who eats especially since like, we're kind of starting to like watch our weight, so I thought it would be kind of like a treat. And I really didn't know you were gonna eat the whole thing. And like when I asked you, you said no. You were dead serious. Like you never really say no, but you were like you weren't sharing this. Basically, you're like we all went to the grocery store. You shopped. I shopped, Adam shopped, everybody shopped, everyone paid for their stuff. Like, you could have bought a key lime pie. I'm not, a whole one.
A whole key lime pie. And then
every night I would watch her, like sit on the bed while we watch TV
3,
and, like, with a slice of key lime pie.
Yeah,
and
not
she really...
that, and then, like, nice slices that you get. You know how the Cheesecake Factory, those slices will get like slivers now. They're getting smaller and smaller. Prices are getting higher and higher.
I'm like, wow, you're really not gonna give me one slice?
No, like, I didn't. And, and I was gonna buy one. We ran to Target really quick today. I was gonna buy another one, but I just said no, I can't. I can't. I can't do that. I just keep putting the great big pie between my legs every night. So I just like I can't do that. Okay, that was a treat. That was called a treat. Okay, we learned the word treat this year. What a treat was.
A treat is a slice.
Oh, really?
A treat is not a whole pie.
Okay.
Like, wow.
Okay. Oh, lemon meringue pie. I love lemon meringue pie. My mom does the same thing. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, and the one you get is like, it's like refrigerated or something.
Yes.
Like, it's like frozen, and then once you put it in the refrigerator, it's just good and it's cold. And the graham cracker at the bottom is like so perfect. It's so
and then it's tart, and it's like sweet with the whipped cream, and then the graham cracker crumb.
You eat it though. You eat like slugs. Like
I do.
Her pie things are like enormous.
I do.
Mine is just like a little bit because key lime pie is like an acquired taste, so you don't get a great big giant piece and eat it. Like I can't eat that much of it. Like I just need like a little piece just to kind of have the
one pie gets
acquired
4
taste.
Slugs, and each I get a great
she
big
cut it
spatula.
in 4s.
Yep, and that one slice, that's one night's meal. Then the next morning's breakfast is the second slice. Then probably the next night's dessert. And
wait, was yours Edwards?
Yes, it was.
Edwards. The Edwards key lime pie is so good.
So good.
So good. To me, too bad I didn't get a slice.
My fave. So good.
And so then I bought cotton candy home. And
try to tempt me. I wasn't the least bit
You were, because you were like there, you were looking at it. You were like, oh, like what does it taste like? You were asking me way too many questions, and I'm like, I was like, I would give you some.
Just
I was
to make
like,
you like it more, so you wouldn't concentrate on my key lime pie.
No.
Yes, that was.
But you didn't turn it down when I gave you some. I was like, here, Mom, I'll share. I was like, I will lead by example.
That's because
so you will remember this the next time you have your pie.
I already finished my pie, so I took what you were offering because I knew I wouldn't have to reciprocate.
See, I'm too nice. I'm too nice.
Pecan pie. Okay, never tried that one. We've had the chocolate mousse one, I think the cookie dough one. There's one that's chocolate cream. Oh my gosh, that one's so good.
Wait, the chocolate mousse one?
Like there's like a chocolate cream, like
a Hershey mousse or it's something.
Yeah, Edwards makes really good
That one's good too, yeah.
And then there's like a cookie dough.
Oh my gosh, Miss Mo said, first we had full slab, now we have the full slug. Yeah. Seriously.
I know. Yep, Edwards is it. So good. Terrible. I should be ashamed to be bragging about my greed, but no, it was so good. Oh my gosh.
We have been doing so good too. I completely broke my diet today, like not bothered. I was gonna die in the mall. Cause Saturdays, for some reason, it felt like Christmas at the mall today.
I know. I don't know why all these stores are liquidating.
It was so packed. And I was in Forever 21, which, not Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, because they're closing. And, like, typically there's nobody ever in there, but it was packed. And I was literally at the register, like, hyperventilating. And the women behind the register were so nice. They were, like, asking me about my hair, and I was telling them about MADCURLS. But I was going to pass out in that store. I, like, left the store, like, my hands shaking. Like, I had to get some food or something, some water, because I was just, like, going to die in that store. It was so hot. Yeah, there was so many people, and I was, like, having an attack. It was too much.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
It did, and I was like, when I found you, I'm like, wow, like I was gonna pass out in Charlotte Russe. I'm like, there was just too many people. It was too hot. It was too many questions about my hair. I couldn't focus. Like, I was like bugging.
Hey, Ina Day. Hey, Mad fam.
I ended up getting some greasy pretzels. I bought a soda, which I am enjoying.
Ooh, pistachio cheesecake. I never tried that. I love pistachio.
Since you can eat whole pies, I guess what's one little Sprite?
Oh, you bought that so you could toss it back today?
I did. What are you tossing back? What did you say about you to like put it away?
I put it away.
Put it away.
Okay. There's a difference between key lime pie though and key lime cheesecake, right? The cheesecake is a cheesecake with the flavor of key lime, and the key lime pie is all the ingredients to make a key lime pie. Mine is kind of like the cheesecake factor.
I know, let's talk about
So
dessert. What did we end up getting for dessert? Because you wanted cupcakes for tonight, but I was just so tired.
I know, guys.
I'm like,
we're busted.
I'm like, we're not doing that.
And like, you're not doing it. Like, we all said, remember, we're going to have, like, the little cupcakes and the little orange ribbon.
Gail, friend, that's what it felt like. Shit, your sugar was low. Because I ate that morning, but I hadn't really eaten, and I was literally, like, I left the dressing room, like, hot, and then once I got to the register, like, I was just, like, hot, and my face was turning red, and my hand was, like, shaking, and sometimes I'll get like that if I don't eat, like, for a while. I was really, like,
you have got to carry.
So I was like, what can I eat? I saw a pretzel there, like, let me start, let me buy some pretzels, start eating pretzels.
But isn't the smartest thing is, like, to drink something sweet? Because I know when I have kind of, like, those hypoglycemic attacks, you have to get something sweet into your system.
Yeah, maybe that's why after I ate, because, like, after, like, I ate, we ended up going, like, we had to go to CVS, and you were like, are you okay? And I was like, not really. Like, I still feel like
yes. Yeah,
I'm
actually,
like, no.
You still look a little pasty.
But then once we got to Starbucks, I bought, like, a cake pop, and, like, it was like a cookie dough cake pop, which was completely sweet, and I did feel okay after that. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Starbucks. I treated myself to coffee tonight.
I'm gonna drink a Mountain Dew. Okay. Yeah, like, I didn't know what it was, but, like, it came on, and I was like, are y'all doing a part 2 for this or that? Absolutely. The response from it was amazing. You guys loved it.
You guys got it.
Yeah,
you
the views on it really quickly. The comments were positive.
You appreciate
it
that
was
we both
fun.
Gave our own opinions, because I felt like it would cancel it out. What was the point of that? You want us to choose, but you really didn't. You appreciated each of us having our own opinion from time to time. So that was great, because I felt like it defeated the purpose. You might want one answer from the MADCURLS channel, but no, you guys know how we are. Yeah. We have our own opinion, so you appreciated that.
Yeah, no, I said today, I was like, okay, so I have to start, like, going through the comments again to get another round of the this or that. Yeah, so, I don't know if everybody made it to the end of that video, but at the end of that video, we did tweak one of our questions. You guys asked us, we asked you guys to do the product versus product this or that, which is what we did in the this or that we filmed. But then we also asked you guys to do brand versus brand, and we explained why we hadn't done the brand versus brand yet. That was because we found that the question was too big,
it's too vast. It's too many factors. You cannot just pick one brand and compare it against another brand that could have less products in it, or it's just different.
Yeah, we needed to be more specific, because some brands we like for certain reasons. So for the brand versus brand, we need you to give us a category. So main choice versus Alikay cleansers. Which brand are you gonna go with for cleansers? You know, Soultanicals versus Alikay deep conditioners. Which one are you gonna go to for deep conditioners? And we can answer that. Just give us a category.
Like in a category, even though it's kind of sort of the same when you say Alikay shampoo or against a Soultanical shampoo, but we're saying the whole line of shampoos. Just like a line. So that to me is a little bit more encompassing. We can do that, but to have the whole line filled with shampoos, conditioners, co-washes, and all that, not all lines are comparable like that. So we had to kind of have like a little bit more of a narrow focus.
Yeah,
but yeah, we're having fun doing that.
Definitely go back to that, to those videos, to the original one. And the new one, and like leave more product suggestions, because we definitely want to do a part 3 or part 4, like have as many parts as we can do, because it was fun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching it, because sometimes videos I'll be editing and I'll just be like, but that one, like, I enjoyed editing that one.
Okay, so let's just acknowledge some people that are stepping in. We have Meg. I was glad you guys shared your different hair types in the video. I have Leslie LeBron. It's definitely fun to watch. HS, happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you. Actually, is it Quelista? Hope for a flat twist in curls. I hope for a flat twist in curls. We need somebody to come over here and teach us how to do that. Let's see. We have Evelyn Bradwell. Such a good idea. Is it Mary Lou Beauty? You edit, okay, her comment. Okay, Sarah Zeppelin. Diamond Hill's in the room tonight for the party.
Samantha Ivy was on our first live. Yeah, we've been around longer than a year, but we first went live last year. We had never gone live before on our channel before last year.
Yeah, we've been around since March 2017, but then we went live for the first time this very day last year.
So we thought we'd celebrate it.
And one of you guys reminded us last night. Who was it?
Diasha Bessard? What? I think it was Diasha Bessard.
Okay. And of course, I wanted to make a party out of it.
You do.
With lots and lots and lots of plans that just, I had to get the cupcakes. That's all I had. I had one job to get the cupcakes. But,
yes, girl.
Figures. I said, no, like, well, you've been eating all day. You had the cake pop and.
I know.
What else? And then I had Starbucks. Oh, Girl Scout cookies.
We bought yeah, we ended up getting Girl Scout cookies.
Yes.
Because I saw the little girls, and I used to be a Girl Scout, so I'm like, let's throw some coin to the Girl Scouts. Where's them cookies at? Upstairs?
Yeah. Go
Why
get
do you
them.
have them?
I don't have them. No. Maybe that was the bag that was in the car.
You left Girl Scout cookies, girl?
I don't know. They were so good. I think they're new this year. Has anyone ever tried the s'mores? So good. Normally I like, which one of those? Samoas? Normally I like those, but these were s'mores.
Are s'mores the one with the coconut?
Yes. Yeah. But these were s'mores, and these were like the white kind of the vanilla cookie, and then marshmallow inside, and then the chocolate, just like s'mores. So good.
Yeah, because someone was talking about Girl Scout cookies on Instagram, and I was like, oh, that would be so good. I'm like, where do you get them at? You kind of have to hope to run into what do they call? Let's say a band. What are they? A troupe. You gotta hope to like run into a troupe like outside of a grocery store or something. So they were like smack dab outside of Target in the mall, and I was like, oh my gosh, Girl Scouts.
You can't buy them online. Didn't I hear a little entrepreneur one time sell Girl Scout cookies online, and she made so much money?
That's smart.
And I think, did that really happen? I think she did. Really exceed all sales ever. Okay. Are they new, Evelina Rodriguez, the s'mores? I've never seen them before. They're so good. Where are the things at?
Upstairs, maybe?
Really?
Who brought them in?
I don't know. I didn't.
You lost the cookies? Girl, should I go find them?
Yes, girl. Okay, let's see. Hello, girls. Happy anniversary. Just a quick hi from work. Gotta go. Thank you, Darius Cordero.
Let me try to find them really quick.
I know. We wanted them too, Angela. That's why we were so glad they were there. Who was a Girl Scout in the room? I went to a Catholic school. They didn't really have like a troop the way like a public school would have it. So it was just so boring. I hated Girl Scouts when I was in Catholic school because it was just kind of like a makeshift. You know how they try to give private school children the same kind of benefits that public school kids get, and it's never quite right up to that scale. You know, they try their best, so it was so boring. And that teacher, that instructor, Mrs. Dennis, oh my gosh, she was so hateful. But anyway, I didn't last very long. But Tay lasted long. I like when they start off at a brownie. She was like a little brownie, and I love the little patches. My favorite one was the birthday patch because it was a little birthday cake. It was so cute, and you have to sew them on. I was a brownie, Meg said. I love the butter cookies. What are those called? What are the butter cookies called from Girl Scouts?
Wait, the trefoils?
The trefoils? They said. Ones at Walmart taste just like the Girl Scout cookies, the Great Value brand. Really? Okay. See, I don't mind the Great Value brand stuff. Now, Market Pantry from Target, as much as I love Target, I do not like their generic stuff. I have never had a great experience with anything I've tried over and over again. I don't know why they can't nail that, because like a Walmart can, grocery stores can, they always have like their generic brands, their store brands. But anything Market Pantry, I just do not like.
Here we go. You're talking about
I'm talking about Market Pantry.
Market Pantry?
Can't do Market Pantry, and I don't know why.
Okay.
Trefoil.
Oh, they are shortbread. Okay, I love trefoils.
Okay. Shortbread. The lemonades. Oh, I never tried that one. Oh, okay, in Colorado, oops, they could sell them outside a weed dispensary and they would make bank. Really? Congrats, ladies. Thank you, Linda Hunter. Ari was a brownie. Dosey Does. I remember that name. What are they made of? Huh?
Was that both?
A brownie, yes, and then you moved up to be a Girl Scout. They're all kind of like quickish and crunchy.
Until you got into a disagreement with the Girl Scout mothers. I think you might have called them old hags. And then I was no longer a Girl Scout.
No, they were teaching the children how to have responsibility. And so every week, each mother had to be in charge of preparing the whole meal. You had to bring all the ingredients. And then afterward, they had to all teach the kids how to clean up the mess, okay? Teaching kids the responsibility of how to have your dinner and then clean up the kitchen. For my week, I bought, what did I bring that week?
Was it chili dogs?
It might have been chili dogs, okay? First of all, I think they were a little ungrateful at first. Oh, we had that 2 weeks ago, whatever. Like, we were like new to the troop or something because you were a brownie, I think, in California. And then when we moved to Connecticut, then you were the age range for brownies. I mean, for Girl Scouts. So we joined them, all gung-ho, all excited. And so that first time I bought all that food, lugging in all those hot dogs, lugging in all that chili on the stove, stirring up, cooking, no help in the kitchen, no Girl Scout was to be found. Nobody was learning that day, apparently. I was the one in the kitchen doing all the cooking. Okay, so I kind of like side-eyed that one, but I let that one go. All right, then it was time to clean up. They all wolfed down the food, including the mothers. And then it was time to go. They told everybody that for this one night, they were going to all go traipsing over to the library and leave Lori Wesley to do the kitchen clean. Like, not even one Girl Scout, not even one, was there no lesson to be taught tonight? Like, why was I the only one in the kitchen?
Yeah, because we always helped cook and we always helped clean up.
We always did. We always were there to clean up, but not my night. I had to do all the cleaning and I was not having it. So I said a few little tasteful things.
Yes,
or tasteless.
Was that before you were saved, girl?
Before I was saved.
Before
I found the Lord.
Before you found the Lord. But remember the year in California we sold all the peanuts? We went door to door and we sold peanuts?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I don't like to sell things. I'm just not comfortable. I might have mentioned it on the channel from one time or another throughout the year because my mother was a single mother and we just never had money. So I just didn't like that whole idea of asking people for money. I'm just not comfortable. Even to like this day, I'm just not comfortable with that whole idea of that because you never know what people's finances are. And I just... my mother didn't do it. She had to work. She didn't have time to sell the wallpaper, not the wallpaper, the wrapping paper or the candy or whatever they have you coming home selling, okay, for the school to raise money. And my mother kindly would just like wrap it back up and send it back to school. And that was just like really kind of like embarrassing because other kids would come in and they would have like a big rally and they would have to call out the winners and all of that. And it was just like really hard because I could never participate because my mother just never did that. And so I think that was kind of like embedded in me. And so I tried to participate for you that first year and I was gung-ho and I'm not comfortable going to a door, ringing the doorbell and asking people, do you want to buy this? Because you know the next thing is, okay, this costs such and such and they have to hand over money and I'm just not comfortable with that. So that year, but I did it for you because I wanted you to have that feeling that I had. Only one year did I have that feeling when my mother met a guy that worked at a huge company and he took our, what was we selling that year? Cookies or whatever. And just blew it out the water, okay? Me and my brother both won back to back. He won for his grade, I won for my grade. That man sold those cookies that year, and the excitement and the feeling of winning and being the top of the whole entire school. We not only won for our class, but we won for the whole school. That was like so exciting. So I wasn't gonna go that hard, but I was gonna try, and I think we went pretty hard. We were out there selling, and it was peanuts. I never heard. Have you guys ever heard of Girl Scout peanuts?
Girl Scout peanuts.
I didn't know about that. That comes out before the Girl Scout cookies, I guess, in the season, like when you first get like. I think Girl Scout cookies maybe around this time of the year, and Girl Scout peanuts maybe are a few months before.
The Marcia convinced that I had my family buy everything. Our family never did that.
No.
We did not call up cousins and aunts and uncle. Like, they weren't doing that.
And I was not comfortable doing that. I'm just not comfortable. So door to door, door to door, door to door. We sold over $500 worth of peanuts, and that was a lot of peanuts. Okay, a lot. So happy, so excited.
That was a lot of peanuts.
So excited. Just knew we won. Nope. They said, oh, you wasted your time. They said, Mrs. So-and-so wins every year, her and her daughter. What? Like nobody can beat her. Like she blows out the water every year. It's like her thing. Well, I wish they would have told me it was her thing because I wouldn't have been going to door to door, door to door. And so I couldn't believe, like, not that we always have to win, but just the spirit of that, just the ugliness of it. If Mrs. So-and-so won every year, let the newcomer like feel like they're a part of it, like they like contributed to the troop. It's cliquish. Like, love them so much, love the cookies so much, but you have to be a hands-on parent and just kind of watch things, okay? Because this is how these hurts build up from childhood, and people can't go into adulthood with these kinds of things. So I just always kind of just like kept an eye out, just looking, because these are supposed to be growing experiences, these troops and these teams and all of this. And sometimes adults take it so seriously that they don't let the children enjoy certain things, like, you know, on these sports teams, everybody can't win. It always has to be this one person that's going to be the winner every year, and it's just not right. So you have to just stay on top of these things, and then you can have fun with it. But
Allie B, no. I keep seeing her ask this question. Do you find meal prepping boring because you're eating the same thing for a week or so? No, not really, because I try to switch it up every week now. Before, I think for like 3 weeks I started doing it. I was eating rice, chicken, and vegetables, and then after 3 weeks I was like, okay, I can't eat rice, chicken, and vegetables anymore. So I switched it up, and I made like little taco bowls this week, but now I'm sick of this taco bowl. I'm like barely, like, I can't even like finish eating it because I'm sick of the taco bowl.
Oh, but that's the last one?
Yeah, this is the last one. So tomorrow I'm going back to rice and chicken, whatever. But what I did was I went to Pinterest and I looked up, you know, like healthy meal prep meals or whatever, low calorie, whatever meal prep meals. So you can do that and just kind of look them up, and they give you ideas for different things. So I might do that again. But yeah, no, it can get boring eating the same thing. But if it's good, then you know, it's good, and it's quick. I love being able to go in there, snatch up a bowl, heat it up, and go. I love not having to cook, and it really helps with like weight watching, because before I would just, you know, just grab anything, snack on anything, eat a snack here, eat a snack
food's
there.
not prepared. Yeah, you just grab and snack a lot.
But it's been so easy, you know, to eat one for lunch, eat one for dinner, have a snack in between, like call it a day for the day.
Spencer came home with that idea from the military.
Yep.
He's so regimented. It's so funny how he has a bedtime. He really goes to bed every night. Lights out at 9 o'clock. Like, what? Like, you know, the party just getting started for me.
Yeah.
But I like tippy-toe around because I know he's sleeping and he gets up and goes to work in the morning and all of that.
Makes his bed.
Makes his bed.
Makes his bed. Like, he makes his bed and like.
He got a job, guys, in IT. He starts Monday. Yep. So starts Monday. But he's so good, and like, I guess he just like really does like what men do. I guess he just took his security job that he used to have before he went to the military. Who would have thought he would like reach back to that? But like, there's no pride there. He's humble, and I'm like, Spencer, you don't like have to do that. I'm like I got you. You'll be okay until you find a job. He's like, nope. He just could not stay home. He's just used to going. So he went back to the job that he had as like a teenager when he was 16. He worked all the way up, all through college. He would work the weekends. Every single weekend, he'd go in like the 11 to like 7 in the morning shift, and this time around he kind of like did day work. Went in the morning and went to different sites. He worked at a high school for a while, but yep, he just took what he could get just to make money and kept interviewing, and finally got an IT job.
And he starts Monday.
He starts Monday.
Yeah. But yeah, Allie B said, do you meal prep? You tried for 1 week, I think.
Guys, you know I'm not a foodie, so it's not that important to be like, when I'm hungry, I'll grab something, and I don't need like all my meals like ready to go, because
our whole refrigerator is stacked.
It's just stacked
with like containers with lids.
Yeah,
I meal prep my meals. I meal prep my
containers.
snacks. Like I have little containers with like my snacks. Set out certain crackers, certain little cheese.
I bought that.
I have everything set. Like,
and my bowl ended up being my popcorn and cranberry and spoon bowl.
Yep.
Okay? But
I love it though.
For maybe 1 week, which consisted of 2 days, because I just when I'm hungry, I'll just grab something really quick. I can wait for the microwave or the oven or the stove, whatever it takes to cook it. I don't need something right then and there.
When does Spencer plan on going active duty? He said he wanted to do that. He had to wait 6 months or something like that. So we won't know until.
But he's gonna go to officer training school first, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he
I don't know if his plans are set with it. He's been talking about. I don't know. He wanted to go active, but like I don't know.
He wanted to, and perhaps he'd be like, I don't know. You know, guys, you can't get anything out of him. If it were you, I'd know everything. When you were going, your send off date, all that. But these are things that he kind of like tossed around when he first got back, and he can't, like, once you're assigned to something, which he's assigned to reserves on the weekends, you can't kind of like come away from that and go active. They just won't allow that. You have to stick to what you signed up for.
Yeah, for as long as they have you signed there.
Right.
Right, yeah.
So he does that on the weekends, and then I guess when he's done with that, but maybe it was perhaps that he felt like he couldn't get a job or something. Why, I don't know. But, maybe it's just, I don't know what it was, but I'm like, Spencer, you're educated twice over, through the Army and through college. I don't understand, like, this ability to feel like you cannot get a job. But I think that's what it was. He just didn't want to be a bird. He didn't want to pull his weight. And he felt like if he couldn't do that, then he would just go active. I'm like, that's not a reason to go active, honey. Not at all.
Yeah.
But...
So Curly Girl, love you guys so much. It's cool to spend Saturday night with you. She's eating Girl Scout cookies as she watches. And then Denise Revere, she's like, hey, I've missed so many lives, but I've joined the last few. Yeah, when we were looking back on the first one, we were like, oh, we haven't seen them in a while. So, like, people who, like, are here now weren't there in the beginning, and some people who are there in the beginning aren't here now. So, like, people, like, float in and out when they watch it. Some people are here, like, every live. We're like, hey, they're, like, cemented in. And other people, like, kind of, like, come in and out, pop in and out when they feel like it. But it's cool. And then new people are joining all the time.
New kids. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, all right, so Samantha Ivy said, Miss SCT, find her on her Twitter. Okay, that's why I haven't found her, so I haven't been on Twitter.
She was one of those that was like, heavy in the room, and then she left. And I hate, like, chasing people like that, like pressure. Like, why aren't you here? Why aren't you coming? Like, I don't pressure people. When people want to come, they come. When they don't, they don't. Because I know I don't like to be pressured to do certain things or show up certain places or, whatever.
I don't want anybody like tracking me down like that. Like
Yeah.
if I do something, that's why I don't care for, I think, a Facebook Live, because once you go into the, like, they know you're there. Sometimes you kind of want to stay in the shadows.
Yeah,
And I don't
things
like,
that announce you coming into the room. Like, I don't watch Instagram Live. I don't watch Facebook because it like it announces you. And sometimes like I'm one of those. Like I'm impressed by the people that sit here and like are in the chat, because I'm one of those like on lives I don't chat. Like I just kind of, if I'm watching a live, I'm just gonna watch a live. Like I'm not gonna probably be in the chat chatting.
I never even understood the whole terminology of live. And one time I was on Facebook. Wow. Maybe last year.
Welcome, Yoshi.
And
Yoshi's new.
I saw people there, and I asked him, like, I was on Facebook, and somebody saw me in the room, and they were like, hi, Lori, and I'm like, oh my God, I said to take, because I had a head rag on, no makeup.
Yeah, your first,
And I just clicked, I'm like, can they see me? Like, I don't understand it at all. You're like, no, Mom, they can't see you. I'm like, how do they know I was in the room? And you're like, because your name popped up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't care for that at all. If I want to go and just go kind of like incognito, like just let me come out at my own pace. So Facebook Live doesn't really work for me too much.
Yeah, I don't like being announced.
Nope.
I'm sitting here with my hair dry as a bone. Y'all disturbed my watch tonight, excited to see the new live. Sorry. Are the chat comments saved? Yeah, if you watch our lives back, because we save our lives, you should be able to see the chats. You can see the chats. You can't chat, obviously, but you can leave a comment now, because it's now considered like a YouTube video, but you can't like live chat once the live chat's over, but you can view the chat.
What is this thing I saw on another channel one time? It's called, where she says she's not comfortable talking live, but what's it called? Premiere, I think it's called. Where
I think
people can chat even though it's off, or she comes back and joins them to answer questions, but she tapes first.
Yeah, it's some type of new feature where you can like basically like announce your video that's coming, and then so it's almost like us like premiering our this or that, and there would be like a chat on the side, I guess, or something.
It seemed like it was live,
and
but people weren't in the room. It seemed like
they could watch and comment while the video's playing. So the video's playing, and there's like a live chat where you're chatting while watching the video with the people, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. People talked about hair products.
I love the Cantu custard. It's
I hate the Premiere feature. Okay. Yeah, it did seem like it was something I would gravitate towards, because
Nelly, the Cantu custard never flaked on me. I love that custard.
But we have heard that, right? That it does.
Yeah, some people said it flakes, but it never flaked on me.
Thank you, Monique Hill. Hi, ladies. Love your channel. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a live chat while watching the video for the first time. Yeah. I saw that when they first, like, premiered the Premiere feature, and, like, that was never something that really interested me. Okay. But I guess it's not all about me, girl. Does it interest you?
No, because I like to talk. I like to have feedback back and forth, like right now. What sense would that make later on, right? We might miss, because can you ask questions?
Yeah, so it's basically like me saying, Mom, I released our video.
Okay.
And we would be up there for a certain amount of time, not our faces, but there would be a live chat going on while the video is playing.
Okay, so people show up for the chat, but we're not there?
We could be there in the comments, but...
Okay.
Like, basically, instead of seeing our faces right now, they would see our video.
Okay.
And then we could, like, chat along with the people while the video was happening. So we're all watching the video together for the first time. And there's, like, a live chat going on.
Complicating it, because I can read questions here and answer straight out now, but if I have to, like, type it in, how do you keep up? That's even more difficult to keep up.
I don't know, because, like, the video's, like, moving along.
Yeah.
You're watching the video together, and people are, like, live asking questions about the video while you're watching it.
Okay.
Does anybody else talk with their hands a lot?
You know I do.
My hands are, like, always going when I'm talking.
Okay. Work again. Bye, Alexis Johnson. Be safe.
On the Premiere chats be going so fast. Yeah, because, I mean, it's like the video's going, and you're, like, trying to keep up.
I'll be right back. I take the brownies out the oven.
It's a norm in my country.
Okay.
Jesse, and what country are you from?
I talk with my, I do. I when I watch our videos back, I'm like, I'm always talking with my hands.
I know.
I wish I had nails.
In the last video, we did get a comment. Someone said that they wish we would hold the products up more. So, like, we'll say, you know, we're talking about this product, and we'll hold it up. You'll still see the product, and then we'll put it back down, and then we'll start talking about it. And they're like, you know, can you hold the product up for longer? So I don't know if you guys noticed in the this or that video, like the products always stay in our hand. And sometimes when your product will go down, I'll like reach over and like lift your arm so for you to lift the product back up in the air.
Yeah.
And I kept meaning to tell you every time we took a break to keep holding the product up, and I kept forgetting. So I would just like take your product or touch your arm so you would lift the product back up. But yeah, someone said like, can you hold the product up longer? So like we're just sitting there holding the product so you guys can see it.
Because they're trying to read what's on the bottle.
Yeah, or I guess just maybe if they're like scrolling through, maybe like ever to like watch the video again to see where it'll be easier to see like what product we're talking about if they can see it on the screen.
Yeah.
You know? So, I don't know.
Yes. I was from Puerto Rico. Oh, they talk with their hands? Okay. I didn't even notice.
I'm very expressive with my face when I talk.
Yes.
Okay. I kind of am too. Do I like faces? I don't know. People used to tell me like I reminded them of Raven Simone because like Raven Simone like and like That's So Raven, the way she talked her hand, her expressions and whatever. I used to get that a lot. Like, oh, you remind me of Raven Simone.
Or
someone said that last live. I reminded them of Raven Simone.
Yeah,
I get that all the
I
time.
don't see it.
All the time.
I just don't see that. But I mean, beauty. I always say it's the eye of the beholder. You know, so our last video, they said somebody said they needed a thesaurus or a dictionary because of my vocabulary words. And Nelly, you can like back me up with this. That cute little post I put on my page on Facebook that said, with MS, when you have cock fog and you forget words, you kind of like make up something. So it was funny. It was a hummingbird, but they called it like a migrating midget bird or something. It was so, because you can't recall words, but I have such a vast vocabulary. All my life I've read, so I have this huge vocabulary that people used to always kind of like put me down for. You know, they're like, stop using those big words, stop showing off. I swear it's not showing off. It's because I read and they're in my system, but I'm reaching back now. I'm finding more to pick out those words because I don't have the recall of words that are common anymore because my memory at times lapses. So yeah, you will see me using bigger words because they're stuck back in my memory. And when I can't think of a word, like before you were drinking something, I won't call it a drink. I'm like, what is that? And I can't think of the word drink. So I'm like, what is that beverage? I'm like, who says beverage? Like, beverage. Know? But when you have a vocabulary, like I'll just pick something else just to fill in. So you see me in the videos kind of like pausing or coming out with this huge word. It's because I can't recall the normal words because my memory, just like, it's just, they call it a cog fog moment. You know, your brain is all fuzzy. You can't remember. And you know, I'm not going to shut up at that point. I'm going to keep on going. So I just pick another word and keep talking. So yeah, I saw that video and I'm like, oh my God, like you need a thesaurus to keep up with me. But it's simply because I couldn't remember like the common words.
Yeah, like guys, so what are you looking forward to doing differently for the next 100? So I guess for like the next year of lives coming up, trying to be on time.
Trying to be on time.
Trying to be on time.
Okay.
I don't know, our lives just flow. Like they take, because I remember when we first started doing them, we're like, okay, what are we going to talk about tonight? And like, we stopped doing that. Like,
the stress of the story times. We started out, that's I think how everybody got hooked, the story times. And I always had a TaylorAnne story and still do, but I think it became almost kind of like a necessity, and you guys always wanted to know what the next story time was going to be, and I felt like every time we would come, we'd have to always come with the story time, and they just don't work that way. We'll be talking about something, and like before we were talking about Girl Scout cookies, and then it made me remember the two women, all right, and I had a whole nother story about how they had me in the kitchen slave and doing all the dishes, and all the little Girl Scouts were off at the library, and nobody was learning how to clean dishes that night, okay? And so that just came to my memory, but for us to have planned this out throughout the week and say, okay, we'll tell the story about the Girl Scouts and how it was in the kitchen, that's so boring. It doesn't come naturally. So it's like the curls video that we did, and I had the one with the lady and coming across the street, officer and all that. You can't like replay that again, you know, to have a whole video taped again and then have that story included. My stories don't come to me like that. They just kind of come right out of my brain, and I'm thinking of it. I'm like, oh, you know what? And then I'll think of a story. But you really can't plan them. And so initially we were planning these stories because everybody wanted a story time. And they just don't work like that. Like there's plenty of raising kids, plenty of life experience, and there's plenty of wisdom tips and plenty of stories to tell, but they just kind of have to flow naturally, or they just sound so put on and fake, and they would be boring.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so we're talking about my haircut in the comments. I did get my hair cut. For whoever asked that question, yeah, it was cut. And I don't know. This is day 2 of the melanin butter. I think I use way too much butter because I can't keep my volume. My hair just keeps going flat down. It's way down right now.
Even though Girl Them All, that said she knew you.
Yeah, so, there's this one girl, even though I hadn't been in the store in forever, but when I was in Charlotte Russe, she was like, oh my gosh, she was like, every time you come in, she was like, I always love your hair, and I just stare at you. She was like, but, she's like, usually it's like blowier and like bigger or whatever. I'm like, well, I did just get a haircut. She was like, yeah, she was like, but typically it's like bigger. I'm like, well, I used too much butter in my hair yesterday, so that's probably why it looks like way down. So I used way too much butter. I went too hard.
And so Angela Marcinkovic said she just got a notification that J-Lo engaged to A-Rod.
Oh, finally! Hey.
Oh, they were dating?
Well, actually, not finally. I think they celebrated a year. I feel like they've been dating forever, but I think it's only been a year. So that's pretty fast in the scheme of things. I don't know, just when you see them, it seems like they've been together forever, and I think it's only been like a year or something like that.
I saw like something on her the other day, a documentary or something, because I think I started watching. Everybody always talks about that movie Selena, and I knew of that singer, but not a lot about her. And I'm like, maybe let me just delve into that and see what this is all about. And so, of course, J-Lo played that part.
Oh, 2 years. Okay.
2 years, okay. And so then it kind of just like, when you watch something on YouTube, then all of a sudden everything else appears here. So I started seeing all of like her life stories and stuff. And so, all right, so wasn't she dating his friend at one point? They had, like, like the 10-year challenge. Like, this is what you look like 10 years ago, and this is what you look like now. So 10 years ago, she was like with his best friend, and now 10 years later, she's like with A-Rod or something.
I like that sometimes.
Yeah, it was funny. Vanessa Broussard wants to know how you're liking the melanin.
Oh, I like it. I think I just need to perfect how I use it. It really made my curls very curly. So much so that it was clumping my curls where I had to separate them, which I've never had to do with the product before. So I really like that. I just think I use too much. It's either I use too much, or when I went to scrunch out the cast, because for me there was a cast, I used their oil, and it was just too much butter, too much oil, it was too much. So something has to go. It's either I'm going to dilute the butter, use less of the butter, and not use the, or use how much I use and not use the oil or whatever. But both products I like, especially the oil. I've been using the oil a lot. And no, I didn't pair it with anything. I did not pair it with anything. I know a lot of people are pairing it with the wet line. Did not pair it.
One and done kind of thing?
Because we one and done butters. Yeah. To me, it reminds me of the Carol's Daughter cocoa cream. And we love that as a one and done. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to give melanin a chance to kind of do its thing on its own, see what it's going to do. And I like it. I do like it. I should like perfect it a little bit.
How it will work in my hair, because my hair is short. So I'm definitely watching you and hearing your feedback from it. And so I will be very careful when I use it, like probably really kind of thin it out. Probably go back to my old days on the channel, taking it, putting my hands slapped together and sticking it back.
Yeah, I did a lot of sectioning.
No way
I did like 4 sections here. It was too much butter. It was I used too much.
No, it might look like a helmet if I did that.
It is very moisturized. Too much so. It's too much.
Okay.
So I just need to tone it down, calm down.
Yeah.
I went too hard. I got too excited.
Okay.
So but no, it's cool. It's cool. It's a good butter.
It looks like you just deep conditioned with a good conditioner. Okay.
All right.
Hi, Della Street. Yes, we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary of going live on Friday nights. Though it's Saturday night, but it was March 9th, and tonight's March 9th. So we decided we would just stop by. We just stopped by to tell y'all.
We just stopped by to tell y'all.
Thursday in church, we just stopped by to tell you. I'm like, no, they did not just stop by.
It was
a planned trip. Okay, pastors talked. They were invited from one church to another. Like, I just stopped by to tell y'all.
Like, no, you live all the way in Chicago.
You
flew here. You have a hotel room. You did not just stop by. You were not just driving by and decided to stop in and grab the mic and tell us something.
I know. I love that.
What do I think of the bangs now? I love them. This time they were definitely cut better. To get me to love them the way I love them this time, the first time I got it done, it took about 3 months because they were cut like up here and nothing I did was bringing them down. But Joe cut them exactly where they need to be, so I love them. Yeah. I feel older. I don't know. For me, it's like the bangs just make me kind of feel, more mature. Yeah, I like my bangs. They're easy to refresh. Ever since it was the Curly Fit Chic, she said don't pineapple the bangs at night when you pineapple your hair. So every day I just shake it out with some spray, and that's it. That's all I did with this. I did not re-add product today. I just took it out of my pineapple, shook it out, sprayed some refresher spray in it, didn't touch it. That's your tip. And it just fell back down. And then once it dried, that's it. So I love them.
I've been trying the bang and I can't commit. Okay. Did you cut your hair into a bang, Yashi?
You look younger to me. Okay.
So Barbarella got an email that her MADCURLS shirt and mug will be sent out.
Hey.
MADCURLS merch. Okay.
A little, okay.
Yeah, I thought it made you look a little bit younger.
So if you so how do you not like commit or whatever? Because like this, like I don't have a choice. There's nowhere I can put my hair. The bangs are always gonna be here because they're so much shorter than everything else. So I don't really have a choice. Once the bangs were cut, like that was that. So are your bangs like longer where you can kind of like pull them up or like put them to the side, or how does that work?
Yes, Lisa Powell, we're excited for Miami.
I know we were talking about that yesterday on live, how we're gonna pack in like different things. So
we wanted you guys to be excited with us. So I'm glad to hear that you are excited, because we wanted them to send product, but it just didn't work out that way. They just are, for their anniversary product release or something, they are concentrating on like their customers, so they just really didn't have any extra to send to the influencers, because we really want to kind of keep it going on our channel and the hype and showing you guys their products and all that, but it didn't work out.
I was upset. Like I really wanted some products on the channel before we went. Like I'm like, I want to try their stuff.
Like, want it to be like a month, not so much a whole month, but like just kind of like just really talk about honey handmaids and all of that, and keep everybody hyped and all that energy. And so it is coming at the end of the month, and
but I guess after the trip we'll have some products and we'll be able to like see what they're all about.
Do we have an Afrotastic video? You know what? Did I go live one night and do that? And we did a deep conditioner live one night, and I think I put that in there. I don't know. I think that's the one that I used, but I don't know if it's a video like the way we would normally do a video. I think it was a live. I think we did a live deep conditioning one time. But
Ellen, guys, if you type in MADCURLS, the Not Your Mother's, our video will come up. We did review the entire line.
Yes. And I kept calling it Not Your Daughter's.
You did. Do you prefer the Rezo cut or the Diva cut? I prefer the Joe Ortiz cut. We feel like all these cuts are the same. It's the stylist who's cutting your hair.
I think the magic is in the hands. I don't understand it. I don't get it, because I don't understand how they promote it, because, for instance, if you get a Diva cut, how can I get a Diva cut? My hair is almost like 3 times shorter than your hair. So how in the world can you get a Diva cut and I get a Diva cut? Now, so I guess it's the idea, the practice of what a Diva cut is. I guess you have to know. The
dry cut, the curl by curl cutting.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I know the Rezo cut promotes balance. What was it? Balance, shape. What was it? Balance. Something about balance and shape, and they balance everything like around your head, and like no matter how you flip it or dip it, it all will be balanced around your head and the volume and something like that. They promote.
I don't do name cuts, because you guys, you know that I have like my own opinions about things, very strong opinions. So if I go to a place and they say they're going to give me a Diva cut, I'm like, well, what is a Diva cut exactly? Well, we're going to have a lot more volume, you know, and, you know, maybe just like cut in and give you like, no, okay, now this is what I want. Okay, so I'm basically going to be guiding and directing them anyway, because not everything looks good on everybody. So I'm like, oh, no, I can't do that. So I like Joe because he got to know me. He knows my hair, knows kind of like the face shape, all of that, and so he knows how to cut my hair. And you can't really like mimic it.
Joe says he does the curly cut, but he was the co-founder of the Rezo cut. So at Utopia Salon, it was Nubia and Joe, and they created the Rezo cut.
Yeah.
But they have since split. But he's still the co-founder of the Rezo cut. But when I asked him what I have, he said it's a curly cut. He doesn't call it a Rezo cut.
Yeah. Shortly after he left Utopia, because he was my stylist,
and he is Diva Cut Cert trained. Yep.
Yeah, I follow the stylist. I don't follow like names and salons and all. I follow the hands that cut my hair. So I asked, when I sat there, I'm like, what's the name of this? I'm like, is there any particular name of it? And he said, nope, it's just a curly cut. So that's what it is. I prefer that. I'm more comfortable with the curly cut. I don't like names, because to me it locks me in and boxes me in to a certain shape. Like the Mona cut, I think it was like kind of a little bit more boxy. Like boxy wouldn't do for me. I like you know, I like to just describe as they're going along.
Yeah.
I love what
I mean, Mona must be is just good with scissors. So like any cut Mona does, it's Mona cut. She's cutting the hair. She's doing what she's doing on your head. I feel like stylists cut the hair to look good on the person they're working at. So it'd be the Joe cut. Joe's cutting the hair. Mona's cutting the hair. Diva to me is just the dry cutting. They cut your hair dry, you know, curl by curl. That's like the diva cut.
Like if you like the style here, then you would go to Joe and say, I know that you cut LoriAnne's hair. Basically, I want the LoriAnne. Remember back years ago, they wanted the Jennifer Aniston cut and all that? Or what was her name on that show? Rachel, the Rachel, okay? Not everybody can have the Rachel, but you want like the appearance of that, okay? I think it was kind of like, remember Farrah Fawcett, the feathering and all that? Everybody can't do that, but you want the kind of like the look of it. So to have, say, like the LoriAnne, you would just get it cut short, tapered. Everybody's not going to look the same, okay? Everybody may not want to go this short. You just might kind of want the appearance of it, you know, a little bit shorter in the back, a little fuller on the side, kind of like that. But even with myself, every time I go, it looks slightly different. And I'm okay with that. I just think it's very hard to box. Curly hair is so different anyway. It's hard to box in month after month, every 6 months, to have that identical cut that you got. Even I said to him, take it back to what you did last year. And it's similar, but it's not identical. It can't be. Okay? It just really can't be. So
no, I got my bangs cut the first time by Nubia, the second time by Joe. And I feel like Joe listened to me more, like kind of what I wanted. So, and he definitely didn't like butcher my bangs at all. My bangs, I liked them eventually the first time I got them done, but it took a while because they were cut just like entirely too short the first time. So yeah, so I would recommend Joe. I love Joe as a stylist, and I said we're not stylist hopping anymore. Like we have one stylist that does our color, Christine. You guys know that she does our color, but Joe definitely is who snips our hair.
Yeah.
Well, you have both. But maybe Joe now will know how to like completely cut your hair short the way you want it short.
Exactly. Like, yeah. Because like Christine, she's not like trying to really get the business. I mean, she does it. It's not a favor because it's definitely like a business, and I go and I make an appointment, I go in. But it's like a lot of walking her through it because she admittedly doesn't cut curly hair. She doesn't really want her name out there. She doesn't really want me to send business because she already has her clientele, and she is not in the business for cutting curly hair. It takes a lot of time out of the day. You have to block off a lot of slots for curly hair. That's why curly haircuts are so expensive, because they're blocking off a lot of time. All right, so even though she cut my hair and it was curly, she didn't charge me a curly cut price because she's not like known as a curly stylist. So she cut my hair for I think like $55. Okay, so that was cool. All right, but you don't get a curly cut for $55 at all because it's taking a lot of time, a lot of education. It's just a lot.
Yeah, Samantha Ivy, why at the Diva Salon do they consider mine a reso cut? What does Diva do that's different? Do they not cut bangs on people? Am I going to keep up with my bangs? Yeah, I want to.
Also, bangs would be considered, does Rezo do bangs?
Rezo does do a lot of bangs. They do a lot of bangs.
Okay, why, to add to the fullness?
Maybe. Yeah, no, they do a lot. Yeah, the bangs. So I guess, so Diva doesn't do bangs? Can they do bangs? Can Diva cuts do bangs?
See, that's how I would make it more personal. I'm like, okay, now I know you guys do Diva cuts. Now the only thing is I would want bangs. And would they really tell me we're not cutting bangs because we're not known for that? Then like, I would hope they would tell me that over the phone, because I would say, well, I was looking forward to having bangs today, if I was.
Yeah. Leslie Bronte just did a this or that on her bangs cut. I know, this bang cut 2018 or this bang cut in 2019.
Also, Curly Fit, she said, yeah, she did. Tara and Guy would get Diva cuts, and she always had bangs. Chelsea Nails said, curly cuts here in Columbia, South Carolina start at $195. Wow. Why? Because there's so few and far between the salons that do it, and they can ask for that amount and get it.
I know someone commented on our video with Joe and said that like $95, basically that was crazy. I was like, that's a bargain, because curly haircuts, I thought they start at like 130, 100, yeah. Someone said a Diva cut 110, 120. So I was like, that's kind of a little deal, $95, especially like for all that he does and all the discussion and all that kind of stuff.
They can do bangs, but they charge more. Wow, I wonder how they charge for bangs.
Miss me, Miss Mo.
Like the on and off switch, like with Lucy.
The devil is a lie. In North Carolina, it starts at $65 for a Diva cut.
Okay.
Okay. Very state to state, yeah.
Yeah, I would think so. I bet you in New York, what?
You're paying out the nose.
Yeah.
Barbarella, you go to Joseph Borough. How much are his cuts? His is curls on 5th. That's 5th Ave.
Right,
How much are their curly
the
cuts?
on 5th part got me nervous.
On 5th.
Yeah. I've been on 5th at Christmas time, and then I left on 5th and went back to.
We can't afford 5th.
Where did I go back to? In New York, let me see. I was gonna say, but it'll be tasteless. I always say Hollywood. No, that's in California, right? Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or what else is in New York?
42nd Street.
42nd Street. I love New York. Where was a hot dog vendor floating around in water?
I hate when like people who aren't from New York or like who've never been to New York. Like I bought like a friend came to visit one time and I brought them to New York and they were just like their nose was all turned up. They didn't like New York. I'm like, how do you not like New York? Like it's just
now,
the,
mind you,
like I don't know, it's New York.
You
like,
had a resume out of this world of travel. Okay, Rome, Paris. Everywhere. Okay, what else did he have?
Hawaii, Bahamas,
bragging, okay?
Everywhere.
But you go to New York and you're not cultured enough to appreciate New York. Like New York is New York. Like you appreciate New York for what it is.
He was just so not impressed, and I was just so aggravated.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I just don't like when people go to New York. Like
I'm so turned off because he didn't like New York.
Ultimate when you come to Connecticut, I feel like I'm really taking you someplace. Okay, well, now we're gonna go to New York. Okay, because there's not much to do in Connecticut, but to take someone to New York, like it's New York City. Okay, Frank Sinatra sang about New York.
Right.
There's nothing like New York.
Jay-Z and Alicia Keys sung about New York.
Oh, that's right. They sure did. I still love that song.
Yeah, you did. I gotta add it to your playlist on my
do?
Spotify.
I forgot about that.
I'll add it right now because I'm gonna forget.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I love New York, and so when you go there, you're not cultured enough to appreciate New York for all that it's there. It's just nothing like New York. The people, there's nothing like the people in New York. The exhibits, so to speak, the food. Just the hustle and bustle. It's just always something going on, and I just like, how do you not appreciate that? And you're supposed to be like world traveled. It's just to be ignorant.
It was just so busted.
Yeah.
I was just like,
I think he called himself being snooty and uppity and putting it down because you couldn't try to impress him with anything. He had to be like the know-it-all. So that's where I think that was coming from. That's the place where that was coming from. He might have been impressed, doubt it, but
because I was like, you know, Times Square. I'm like, it's in so many movies, like, you know. So like, I brought him to Times Square, and he was just like, this is it. Like, okay, I'm like, and this is where the ball drops. I'm like, this place is filled with like millions of people. I was like on New Year's Eve, and I was like, and these are the red stairs. I was like so excited about like the red stairs, and he was just like okay.
Well,
he was so busted. Yeah. I was like,
he was busted.
Or else text you. I'm like, Mom, this is going south very quickly. I'm like, it's going south. New York is iconic. It is.
It is.
You have to be able to just appreciate New York. I mean, people, immigrants want to see the Statue of Liberty coming into New York Harbor. Like it's New York.
Yes.
It's New York. Like, come on.
Like, you know, you arrived when you've seen the Statue of Liberty.
Like, really?
Yeah. Out of all the places it could be, it's in New York, you know? So, yeah. I don't get into that. Yeah. That's where I'd want to come. If I didn't live on the East Coast and I lived someplace else, I would always want to come to New York and see the things. You know, like when I would go to California, I want to see the Golden Gate Bridge. I always saw like the Red Bridge, okay, in movies. And I always wanted to see that. And then I Love Lucy. Oh my God, I was like in heaven when I went 3 or 4 years ago. Though I lived there, I used to always get excited when I would go to like the Footprints, okay?
Roman's Chinese Theater?
Roman's Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
And they were like redoing it at that point. Yep. But you still could kind of sort of find, I always have to go sprawl out on John Wayne's
footprints.
So, exactly, because of I Love Lucy. So then I was like, hey, here I am at John Wayne's. I'm always looking for John Wayne's.
And then when I went like a few years like before you went, like I went there and like I had to take a picture on his footprints too. I'm like, Mama, look.
Yeah.
You're like obsessed.
Oh, your son. How old is your son?
Yeah,
Mac.
New York is fast paced. That's what I say. I love to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. My nerves can't take New York. All the horn honking and just people darting in and out. Like I can't.
I think I could. I definitely have a demeanor. I could because I'm never bothered. So they do them, I do me. Never the twain shall meet. Like, and that's fine for New Yorkers. They're like that, and I'm okay with that. I can't do a whole lot of friendliness. They do them, I do me.
It's just a lot of horn honking, and it just makes me very nervous.
Yeah. He's 24. Okay. Like he wants to go by himself? Like for school or something? Or
I really want to go to the 9/11 museum. I've been saying that for like years.
Yeah,
and it's
they
like
have a
right.
great big ticket price too.
It's
for
like
that.
no, it's not that bad.
The 9/11 museum.
Yeah, it's not that bad to do like a tour.
How much was it?
Maybe it was like 20 or 30 something. It wasn't that bad.
Or maybe the observatory deck or something.
Oh, you're talking about the Freedom Tower. I'm talking about the Memorial Museum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Museum. No, that Freedom
to get
Tower.
up to go to the top.
That was like
yeah.
$80-something at maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. So, and it was so late, and they were getting ready to close. Maybe we would have like an hour left, if that. And I was like, no way. We had the whole. I think we took you to an event at that point.
Yeah.
To the Dark and Lovely something, and we were just kind of like wasting time while you were doing that. And we saw that, and like, we should do that. But then when we saw that price, I was just like, no way, we don't have enough time to really enjoy it for that price that we'd have to pay.
Aaliyah Shabazz, I Love Lucy is our favorite too. We love Lucy. We're quoting Lucy all the time. I actually just bought the Comedy Hours on Amazon for like $11 because we have like all the seasons on DVD, but we don't have seasons 7, 8, and 9, the Comedy Hours. So I was like, I want the Comedy Hours. So they had it on Amazon for like $11, and so I got it. And I was just laughing. Like I literally watched Lucy. I'm just like hysterically laughing. Like I love Lucy.
Yeah, no, Melanie McKenzie, she said, I'm from Texas, and I don't think New York City would be relaxing for me. I would have to be there going for a specific event and not the city itself.
Okay.
And that's reasonable. You know, everybody has to know themselves. But I think for someone to have such an opinion so strong and just kind of like tear down the whole city based on, like, just for no reason. I mean, you have to appreciate, who said that it was iconic? You have to appreciate New York for New York.
I mean, he knew he was coming, so he was coming for something, and he was gonna like stop and see me. So I was like, okay. So on the days we hang out, I was like, let's go to New York. You've never been to New York. I'm like, we can hop a train, like go to New York. And so he knew we were going, and so for him to be all snooty, I was like,
I mean, you can't shove it down everybody's throat. Everyone doesn't have to have the same opinion. Just because we love it doesn't mean everyone has to
But
love
I also
it.
feel like if you like a girl, because we were just watching like a different show, and it was kind of like the same scenario. This girl took this guy to like this place that she loves, and he was like all like, you know, okay, this is not that great. But I feel like if you like the person, you're spending time with them, like it shouldn't matter where you are. So if he liked me, and this is where I took him, like, you know, excited, like, oh my gosh, like I was so excited to show him New York, and for him to act all busted, I was just so turned off, and that was the end of him. Like once he went back home, I was like, bye, like that's it, because I was like, wow, like you might not like New York, but act like you like it, because I was excited, but
yeah, I
like
love the
New York
energy. Yes, I love the energy of the people in New York. Everybody's just going about their business, and I just love that. But again, it's not for everyone, but you have to appreciate what it's there. Know when you go there. Don't go, like, you have to appreciate, you have to know what it is. It's tall buildings, a lot of people. You see lots of homelessness. You have to be prepared for that. You see all kinds of things. You see a lot of disabilities. I thought I had it bad. I think the last time we went in, not too long ago, what did we just go in there for? And I was struggling with walking, going through, that's the biggest thing when I get off the train and I finally like get up that ramp, and then you just kind of like go through that door, and there's Grand Central Station, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like my walking, all right, the MS, I have to get from the train part to the door, out on the street, and all the horn honking and all that. But to me, it's just like, okay, I have to like kind of dig deep and just know I have to make myself to go across Grand Central Station, and it's like floors and the lights and all those sensory things kind of like make my head go kind of like awry. But when I got outside that door and I saw somebody wheeling by in a wheelchair with no legs, okay, just cut off at the knee, and I said, I thought like I had it bad. Like I'm sitting here struggling, trying to get through, but you know, like you, just when you think you have it bad, then you see somebody else, and that person was not bothered, and that kind of like gave me confidence. I'm like, wow, this person's not bothered, in a wheelchair, doing his thing, and I'm like kind of like limping across Grand Central Station, and there's always somebody that has a better story than yourself, you know, and so that kind of like put my disability into perspective at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this person is living life.
Here's a good question.
Okay.
That you could answer by Emily Grace.
Okay, let's see, ladies, I have a question. How do you feel about parents being more strict with daughters than they are with their sons? I'm 25, brother's 23. She's lenient with him by far. With me, everything I do is bad, LOL.
I definitely feel like I had more rules than Spencer and Adam.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I think, and she's older and you weren't older, so I think I can only chalk it up to maybe your mother's trying to raise a lady, and she wants to have your reputation kind of like intact, and if she lets you run wild and free, sometimes parents want to encourage their boys to kind of like be boys and to act like boys, and they have a little bit more leeway because you don't want to make them like like sissy and just tell them no to everything. They have to experience life, I think, because one day they're going to be the head of a house and they have to be able to protect and have to know things, okay, to protect a woman. So I think boys get a little bit more leeway with that. And I think with you, no, definitely, I definitely was on you. I definitely would question you more. And I expect more from you, demand more from you. You do more of the work. If I'm down here in the kitchen, you're always with me. So I'm like, hey, can you empty out the dishwasher? Adam hasn't emptied out a dishwasher in months, but he's never around. So, and I call him, but I'm like, well, he's doing his thing. Like, I'll leave Wi-Fi alone. Taylor, get in here. You can help with these dishes. Or you're a woman's work here, okay? So, yeah, I think it's not purposely done, but I think subconsciously parents just feel that girls are, to me, they're more on top of things. I know that I used to have a niece, not used to, my sister's daughter, okay? And she would come over, and I would call back, and though the boys that lived here, Spencer and Adam lived here, I would never call to speak to them. If Sam was spending the night, I would say, Adam, let me speak to Sam real quick. And I'd say, Sam, so how's everything going? What are you guys doing? Because women just give details. They just talk more. They just express more. They just are on the ball. They just know how to do. If I say, can you run upstairs in my room, in the bottom drawer, grab my purse, then after that, go into the closet, go into my, boom, boom, boom. Adam and Spencer go upstairs. First, he has to drag upstairs, okay? Once he gets up there, now what am I supposed to do? I said, go into my room, go straight ahead, go into the bottom drawer. Which drawer? On the left side of the bed. Like, it's too much. It's just easier to get a woman to do it, okay? Because women just know women speak. They just know. It's just easier. So I think, Emily, to sum it all up, be grateful that you have parents that care and are trying to raise a lady, and be appreciative of that, because there's not many of us left, okay? There really isn't. So be appreciative of that. I know, and to be 25, because like you're 25, and it just seems like there's like a lot of do's and don'ts, but that's like you're still under your parents' roof, and they're just trying to make you the best woman that you can be. I always say it's always training till one day you're finally out on your own, and I would have done all I could possibly do. And even though Spencer's been out and he's coming back, I still kind of like give him tips and stuff, but no, he definitely goes out, comes and goes. That was an adjustment when he came back at Christmas time and he just disappeared. Like, he'd wake up and just go. Like, could you not like leave like a little note to kind of like tell me where you're at? But no, I just didn't require that because he's a boy, and like just like a note. But with Tay, I'd be like, Tay, like,
I'm gonna say with me, you do.
Yeah, I'm like, where are you? Like, where are you? Where are you going? What are you doing? How long are you gonna be? It's just, I don't know. It's different. I can't explain it, but it is different. Does anybody else treat boys and girls differently in the room, or am I the only culprit? Same legless man would go through the 6 train with a coffee 10 can asking for change. At least he could go through there and ask for change. Right?
These are very good.
You're the middle child? I'm the middle child too. You're
I
the
am.
middle child.
But I was the only girl.
Okay.
So I never really felt forgotten. If anything, I felt like I'm the girl. So maybe I think I'm the one with the biggest personality in the house. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm the loudest. So it's kind of hard to forget me.
Remember in the last video, some of you guys laughed. I said, I know how to promote myself. Yeah, I know that's the stigma for middle child, but I never felt forgotten because I know how to promote myself, okay? I'm a big personality. I know how to make myself seen, all right? So that's just how I was. I really didn't feel that. I guess you could kind of get lost because there's the baby. Like Adam's the baby, okay, so to speak, and Spencer's the oldest. Spencer, we went hard for everything. He got his license the moment he turned 16. Like on his birthday, practically, he was over there. He was doing all the courses up until that point. On his birthday, he was driving. With you were like, what, 19 or something?
No, I was 20.
Okay.
When I got mine.
And Adam, he's 19 now, and he just kind of like got his. And it's just like the first child gets certain benefits. Adam gets other benefits because he's the last, and so he definitely gets a little bit more leeway because you almost kind of subconsciously want to keep them that last child that, so he, again, like I said before, I could have called him down here to do dishes, but I was just like, nah, he's not bothering anybody.
I swear Adam didn't get in trouble as much as me and Spencer did. Like, Adam would sometimes say things and me and Spencer would run for cover. Like, is he crazy? Like, how could he say that? Like, we would have been like dead meat. Like, Adam definitely.
I think by the time you get to the third child anyway, the rules are a little bit more lax because you see things are not that important. Like with Spencer, he couldn't have straight apple juice. I had to dilute it, and just things drop on the floor, and that's it. Basically, threw it away. You couldn't have it. Whereas by the third child, like, pick it up, here you go. Okay, but you picked it up, kind of wiped it off. Adam, pick it up, here you go. Okay, it's okay. So I think you just kind of like learn and grow as a parent. But yeah, no, that boy girl thing, no, it's definitely a distinct difference. And I see that I do it, but I'm okay with it because I'm trying to raise you differently.
Chelsea and Knowles.
I don't have you run in the streets and not be accountable. And it's also safety purposes.
But I also think I was the one who was doing the most. Like Spencer, he didn't want to like go away to college the first year. He didn't really go to parties or whatever. Like he was pretty introverted.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, like I wanted to go away to college. In high school, I definitely, Mom, can you drive me here? Mom, can you drive me there? Can I have a ride here? Like I always wanted to go somewhere and do something.
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends.
Yes.
So I guess you had to be more strict with me because for Spencer, he wasn't doing anything.
Right.
So for me, I wanted to do stuff. So you had to like lay out rules.
Yeah, like if Spencer were you, that would be something because he was the guy, and Spencer's he's very self-disciplined. So he just is. Like, he went to the military, and there's like lots of things, I guess, going on there, all kinds of vices, whatever, and he's like, no, he never wants to be out of his right mind. That's so Spencer. He wants to have all his faculties about him at all times.
He always says vices.
He said,
like, I'm not doing vices. I'm like, why do you have to say it like that? Like, you're just so like
vices.
like uppity. Like, no, I don't drink. I don't do vices. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, okay, like,
probably.
You want a cookie? Like, okay.
And then judgy Spencer
right?
voice.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah, it is very unique. Anybody else's mother still hanging on to the umbilical cord? Yeah, the first is so new. Everything's so special. And then when you're so far removed also. So when Adam came along, he was like 7 years removed.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of like almost like brand new again. Remember today we were in CVS, and it was like in a little town that once used to be a very old-fashioned pharmacy, and now it's a CVS, part of the CVS chain. And I said, oh, I remember when this was a cute little quaint little pharmacy, because I used to go to that pharmacy and buy something called Physoderm. It was baby Physoderm though. I think Physoderm adult was a little bit more accessible, but baby Physoderm was so cute, and I just had to have it for Adam, for his bath, okay? And it was like sky high at the time, impossible to find, but I tracked it down at this little quaint pharmacy, and now it's CVS, and I said, I used to come here when it used to be, McGregor's Pharmacy or something it was called, and I used to get baby Physoderm because it went with the aesthetic.
Yeah. But I think these days, like people are raising ladies, but you also have to be careful with like your sons, because I mean, with everything going on, like we're always telling like Spencer and Adam, like, you just got to be careful, like what you're doing, with just whatever, like, Me Too movement, all that kind of, you just got to be careful.
I hear them talking, and so now I can kind of get into the psyche of young men. And for all y'all wondering why you're not being asked out on dates and being asked to be married and all that, I think hearing Spencer and Adam talk at times, in their private moments, like the fear that they say that any woman, and it's absolutely true, any woman can accuse you of anything, and it has to go through like the whole thing. You have to be arrested. I mean, you probably will ultimately be proven innocent if you are innocent, but wow, like women really can do something like that. And so to have sons, I do sometimes worry about that. I always make sure they're on their P's and Q's, and are just very careful what they're doing and how they're doing it, because this Me Too movement is no joke, and they're not playing. And so that's my take on that right now. Let me see what's going on with Samantha. Everybody's like, sorry. Samantha, what's going on, Samantha?
She's talking about her son.
Oh, I'm sorry, Samantha. I never knew that. I didn't know that. Right from birth, Samantha?
She said, yep.
Wow, that's hard. I think that's got to be one of the most difficult losses. How old is your son now?
You said 24.
Okay.
24. And she was saying like she's careful with her son.
Yeah.
So you have to be like boys and girls, both sides. You know.
Yeah.
We have new shampoo here.
Yes.
Can
Can I hold my bottle?
Girl, your bottle's not your bottle.
Okay.
I know I was opening products and you were like, what are you looking for? I'm like, nothing that concerns you, dear. I'm like, just some new products that came in.
Okay, guys, we'll be trying this cucumber nourishing shampoo.
Nature's Little Secret.
Nature's Little Secret. Let me see what it smells like. Can I open it?
Girl. It does smell like cucumber.
That's it?
Yeah.
You already opened it?
I did.
Which one did you open already?
That one.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It replaced their rose one.
Good. Oh, really? Okay.
So their rose one, they're no longer selling, and
That's funny. When they sent the rose PR thing, they were like, LoriAnne, now we know you don't like roses because, you know, I'm very vocal about that rose smell. But this, yeah, wow. Maybe I wasn't the only one that didn't like roses if they did away with that and replaced it with this. This smells very pleasant. Nice. So it's a shampoo. So what are its claims?
It says we all have added cucumbers to a salad or even added it to your favorite green juice, but have you ever used it in your hair care regimen? Cucumbers are very rich in vitamin A, silica, sulfur, vitamin C, and other nutrients that help promote healthy hair growth. Made of 95% nutrient-rich water, cucumbers are perfect for hydrating and nourishing your hair. Our handmade cucumber nourishing shampoo cleanses hair without stripping, leaving your hair hydrated, soft, and clean.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys liking Nature's Little Secret stuff?
CCJ said, I wish I'd gotten that one. I don't care for the rose scent. Yeah, maybe. Okay. I'm assuming maybe it didn't get great reviews, maybe, and that's why they're replacing it. But they did say that the rose one is out, and this is the new one that is in.
Okay.
They sell this on the Nature's Little Secret website, and we have a code. What is it? MADCURLS? It's just MADCURLS for 15% off. But yeah, I can't wait to try this. It smells really good.
I like their stuff.
I wish they came out with a conditioner with it, but it says just follow up with your favorite Nature's Little Secret conditioner.
Okay. I love that. Whoever saw it, I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but our video had to have it or whatever.
Oh, that had to have it?
No, not had to have it, but it was.
This or that.
This or that. Yeah, you guys know my opinion on which I like better.
Yeah, Michelle Almonte, we totally want to do more this or that. So definitely send in your product versus product because we will be pulling from comments again.
And you like both of our opinions, you said. So, because last night we were saying maybe direct the question to LoriAnne or TaylorAnne, which one you want to answer it, because I felt like it was just canceling each other out. But you guys said you liked both of our opinions. And I said take into consideration the length of our hair, the porosity, all of that, and then that way you can kind of relate to yourself. If people relate more to me because of my length and the porosity, then you would kind of favor the things that I would like and that I favor, and vice versa. So you guys like that format and said you like both of our opinions. Both opinions are valuable. Okay.
I like hearing from us both.
Yes, Leslie, I am okay with the CURLMIX lavender scent. It was warm. It was kind of like, as I call it, like my winter scent because it was warm. Now that we're moving into the spring, summer, I'll go back to like the citrusy scent. That's just kind of like my own thing in my head. You know, I just feel like certain scents for different seasons. But I love them both.
I'm choking, sure.
Like,
here.
yes,
I'm not tired.
Lavender was not overwhelming at all. It was very mild and lightly sweet and pleasant.
Bye, Vanessa Bristow. Thanks for coming. Yeah, we're going to be clicking out soon, too, because we were definitely here yesterday.
Yes, our scent choices are similar, but not our spoon choices.
Oh, you and Leslie LeBron. I was going to say our scent choices.
Yeah, no, me and Leslie LeBron, yeah. But she doesn't.
Yeah, Yolanda, I swallowed wrong. Like it went down the wrong pipe or something. I don't know. Have you guys ever done that? Like swallowed and it went down the wrong side?
Carla Thomas said, I want to try CURLMIX, but I feel like I would dry my hair out. Why? Because it's just the simplicity of it?
Hold on.
Okay, you gotta get the cough out?
I do. Oh my God, I'm stuck. Okay.
Okay. No, I didn't find that at all. And Taylor, that is like her go-to on her day off. She loves it. Anybody who uses CURLMIX finds that it dries their hair out?
Okay.
Yeah.
They do have a serum, which sometimes I will like seal my ends with it and let it dry with my hair. So you could maybe do that with a serum, or an oil if you don't want to buy the CURLMIX one. But so like I'll do the CURLMIX flaxseed gel, the watermelon one, and then when I put it in my hair, I might take some of the serum and just kind of like seal my ends with it, and that adds a little something extra.
And then also Taylor reversed the way she did it. The way they promoted it was put the
Miss Ariel, she's always unbothered. I could be over here dying and she'd be unbothered.
I'm answering questions. They instructed to put the leave-in in and then the flaxseed gel, and Taylor put the flaxseed gel down and put the leave-in on top, and that really brought moisture to her hair. And it is 2 different feels and 2 different looks. The way the curls kind of fall into place.
Yeah, so if you think the gel could dry your hair out by itself, definitely get it with the moisturizer. The moisturizer is amazing. I love the moisturizer.
The avocado moisturizer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know, I'm thinking of Nature's Little Secret. That's why I asked. I'm thinking of banana leave-in. Okay. Okay. Michelle Almonte said she loved that. I had to have it video too. Interesting. Jackie Johnson said, and I think it may have broke me out, the watermelon one. Kedra, is it MADCURLS? Not at this point. That's a big feat to me, to create your own hair care line.
Oh, yeah,
That's
no.
a lot.
We have only been on here for like 2 years. We got to put our time in. Like Naturally 85, like she created her own hairline, but she had been on here for years. I'm like, we got to put our time in the community. Like, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, that's a big step, I would think. And I don't know, like I wouldn't even know where to begin to pick ingredients, who to pick, who, like the whole thing, packaging and workers, and it's a lot.
Sherry Harris, what's your question? Ladies, I didn't buy the oil for Meech. Will I need it as moisturizing as it is? Will you need it with the products? Like, did you buy the styler? Meech, I love their deep conditioner. Was anybody shocked, another spoiler alert, that I picked the Meech deep conditioner over the Shea Moisture one? I love that Meech one.
Yeah, was anybody shocked about
the
that?
The Meech products are moisturizing. Like if you use the oil to like seal your hair or whatever, you probably won't need it. Because the products are moisturizing. I love the oil for hot oil treatments. It smells so good.
Yeah, was anybody surprised about anything that we said in the video about what our favorites were?
Yeah, no. I have not reached for the Shea Moisture since the Meech. The Meech is my #1. I wish I could have a very huge tub of it.
Shocked?
Love it.
Really? What were you guys shocked at?
They sent us our first Meech products, and once it like goes, I will be throwing my coin to be buying more Meech. I would throw my coin at Meech. Absolutely. That deep conditioner.
No spoilers. Diamond hasn't seen it yet.
Oh.
Okay. No spoilers. But even like if you need oil, you don't necessarily have to stick within the brand, right? Like I think that's sometimes where people go wrong. They think that they have to get everything. Like an oil, to me, is an oil. You can grab an oil from any brand and just use it for the same purpose. It's nice, the convenience of it, if you get maybe bundles and you're newly natural, you don't have all these extra things on hand at home. How many oils do we have from how many different brands? You know, so you don't necessarily need to, if we weren't product reviewers and brands weren't sending us the entire thing to review, the entire lines, no. And when we do have to buy things, we pick and choose what we're going to buy because it's quite pricey. But when they send the whole thing and they want us to review the whole thing, then absolutely we will. But I don't think it's always necessary. You don't have to buy a Meech oil to go with a Meech product. Not at all, I don't think.
Curls in the making, the melanin one is not oily feeling at all. I agreed with that. I didn't really understand what people were saying when they said that, but I can totally say it smells minty though. That's the only thing. I don't really like minty smelling oils. That's why I love the Meech one, because it smells so good. It doesn't smell like like an oil. Like sometimes oils can just kind of smell like oil. So I really like the way it smells. But the melanin one is good. I use it for hot oil treatments. It's good.
So Chelsea Null said, Mama Lori, I recently tried the Carol's Daughter Rasul Clay Mask. Love it. Love it. Love that. Yep. Very moisturizing. So I saw a video one time, and the other person used, I think they were type 4 hair, but oh my gosh, it had very long, very dense hair, and her hair was just shiny and popping when she put that in. I went right out to get it, and it never has disappointed me. I think actually I'm finished with that one. I actually got the shampoo and the conditioner, and then I used the mask, but again, I don't like suggest like you have to get everything, but definitely that mask.
Meech you buy on the website. Meech is only sold online from their website, and I think like a few other stores, but mostly on just like the Meech website. And if it's like your first time purchasing, I believe they give you like a 20% off coupon. So
yes, that shampoo, I was impressed with the shampoo.
Which one?
That Meech shampoo.
The Meech one, yeah, it was good,
really
right?
Yeah, I was very...
Yeah, I was literally impressed with everything, but unfortunately the stylers. But we're still kind of working out the stylers. Me, I think I'm done with the butter. It was too much. It was too heavy for my hair. But the leave-in, I want to try with the gel, which we haven't done yet because we haven't done a mix it up. Which Sarah Hope's like, are you gonna? Sarah Hope is like the mix it up girl. She's like pushing for a mix it up. So we have to do a mix it up. But when we do a mix it up, I totally want to do that.
And y'all do your homework this week, because I know I see so many people shocked in here about some of the things. Well, we're not going to discuss it because there are spoilers in here, so we won't. But we definitely, because I love to give detail about why I did what I did.
Yeah.
But it's not fair to those that haven't seen it. So,
I know. Maybe by Friday Night Live we'll be able to talk, because it would have been out for like almost a week.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it literally just dropped today, and it's 53 minutes long. So
yeah,
I can understand why some people haven't seen it yet. So we're moving on.
Yes. All right.
But yeah, we did say we were not going to come on here and die.
No.
Because it is Saturday.
Yes, it definitely is.
Girl. And we were here for 3 hours last night, girl.
Uh-huh.
Love you some meat. I'll be your entertainment tonight, girl.
Okay.
You're the friend that never wants to go to sleep. Last night, I think you wanted to hang out, but after live, I crashed out.
You did.
You could have, done anything, and I would not have woken up last night. I didn't hear anything. I was just dead asleep. I was so tired.
And I was finishing up, because, I have my free 7-day trial, so I had to finish up Neverland and then Oprah Winfrey's interview afterward. And you said it was too much. You could barely take the first part.
I said after I saw the first part, I said I wanted to see the second part, but then this morning I was just like, Ma, it's playing too much on, my spirit, my mood, my vibe. I don't want to watch it. I'm sick of R. Kelly. I'm sick of Michael Jackson. I'm sick of all of that.
Yeah.
All of that theme right now. I'm like, I just don't want to see any more of it. It's like playing on my mind at night in my dreams and whatnot. So I was just like,
it bothered me. It was a little too heavy.
I don't want to watch that anymore.
So that was enough of that. And I'm sorry that I saw the whole thing. And I'm sorry I saw the whole thing. It was just a lot of detail.
Someone wants to know what the interview was like with Oprah.
It was.
Is she canceled? Like the way everybody.
I don't think it was. I think it was very sterile. I think it was, for lack of a better term, professionally done. She wasn't throwing the Jackson family under the bus. As a matter of fact, she was kind of like reaching out for them and really giving them every benefit of every doubt as far as speaking for them, their words. She had a letter, a statement from them that was very forceful. Like, they just were not having this, and she read it exactly as they said it, and they were not holding back. Nothing really, really bad, but just very emphatically they don't agree with this at all. They believe that these guys are liars, blah, blah, blah. That same theme. And so she read that. So she kind of was their spokesperson, but yet she embraced these guys because they were saying that they had been sexually abused, and she allowed them to say that. But when she would talk about it, she would say alleged, the alleged abuse or whatever. So she didn't really have those words coming out of her mouth. What she did have, though, was a room, the entire room, the entire audience. They sat there and watched the 4-hour show, the taping or the show of it, the whole thing. And these were all survivors or people that had been through that. And so that was what the room, that's what the audience had. I think a few years ago she had a show when she was back doing her Oprah Winfrey show, and it was guys that had been abused when they were children, and they had their pictures at the age that they were, and they were now grown men. And so those men kind of filled up part of this audience, and so they were there, and so that was the environment. So she didn't say she doubted it, but she didn't say that she was for it. How she kept that temperature so even-keeled, I didn't see where anybody should be mad at her for doing that. I mean, she wanted to give them a voice, I guess. And it was more like a conversation, she said, that needed to be had. It wasn't so much she said about Michael Jackson, and she didn't dwell on that particular abuse. She wanted the conversation to start about, this is what happens, she said, in families, with relatives, she said, in churches. These things are running rampant, and so it needs to have this conversation continued and the effects that it has on these men later on.
My personal opinion is someone else could have done the interview. Oprah didn't need to do it.
Well, she said,
she didn't need to do it.
She said for years when she had her show, she always wanted to kind of have this what the director brought out in this this documentary is what she always wanted to be able to bring out on her show, but she wasn't able to do it. And what he captured was the idea that it doesn't feel like abuse. She said it's almost like a seduction. She said because it's all good things. Like, it's like abuse to you feels like somebody slapping you around, kicking you and punching you and throwing you down and all that. It doesn't feel like that. They're whining and dining, they're giving you things, they're buying you things, all this stuff, and so it doesn't feel like abuse. And she said, like, at what age did you start realizing that it was abuse? And it's almost like they don't even really want to give it up now. It's almost like they don't even want to, they couldn't seem to formulate those words. I don't know if they see it that way now, though it absolutely is, but it's just a very slippery slope, very, very
tricky.
Happened. Yeah, if that, yeah. One, I truly believe, now whether or not Michael Jackson was responsible for his misery, because one looked like he was going to burst out in tears any second, okay? That was that James one. The other one was just too forthcoming with details, like he just was out to nail Michael Jackson, and just way too many details, and I don't know, just a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah, but you finished it.
Yeah.
I saw, who asked it? Lisa Powell. Would you guys reach back for the lemongrass new products? It's getting such bad reviews. Yeah, so Alikay, I feel like hasn't come out with anything new in a while, so they put that out, and it has been getting mixed reviews. You guys saw our review, and you like the mousse, the lemongrass leave-in, of course. You reach back for the mousse, the lemongrass leave-in. If this or that between the new gel they came out with and their old gels, I prefer the creme brulee over the new gel. Although I like my results with the new gel, I prefer the creme brulee from their original line. Their edge control was good. The oil I like. The butter I would never touch, because the butter is like the parfait, and we don't reach for the parfait. We prefer the shea yogurt.
Yes.
The shea
butter.
The shea moisturizer.
Yeah. Even though they kind of like hair type. These products, like not the new ones, but the old ones, like the parfait is supposed to be for
CCJ. It doesn't. The gel doesn't smell like the lemongrass, right?
No.
Yeah, we said in the video that they all have varying levels of lemongrass,
yes.
Like the leave-in being the most intense, and then everything just kind of smells like it, like a little bit more faint. The gel, not at all.
Yeah, not at all. But the parfait is supposed to be for type 3s is what they say. And then the one that I love, the one that in one live I just kept putting in my hair and slathering it through, the one that's very, very yellow, like almost like a mustard color yellow, that's the yogurt moisturizer. That one I love. And the new butter in the line is very much on the wave of that parfait. Almost like
thicker,
thicker.
It's just
it's
raw
like
shea butter.
It's raw
no, the
shea
first
butter.
ingredient, I think it's water and then it's shea butter.
Yeah.
Like the first, it's like it's shea butter. It's like literally like raw shea butter.
Has anybody done what they like? It's a twist out. Like, has anybody done that? You tried to wash and go, right? That's way
I
too
did.
much.
Yeah, no.
And it's not a product to be.
The first time
diluted.
I did it, I like no, you can't. Well,
No.
I tried. I took some and then I went to put it in my hair and it wasn't going anywhere. It just sat right here. So I like stuck my whole head under the sink and was trying to like smooth it in. Like it, no. It couldn't be washed and go.
I think that was a good addition. But if I was going to do an Alikay day, would I actually reach for that? If my hair was longer, perhaps not. Now that my hair is shorter and I'm looking for lighter products, I have used that more so than I thought I would, because I like the mousse and it's like a new thing here, so why not? So I reach for that. But would I choose the mousse over what I already know is a successful wash and go?
You have been. You keep snatching up that mousse.
Yeah, because my hair's shorter, I think, but I would say like as my hair grows.
Okay.
I don't know. And now that the summer's here and the spring, the mousse I have no complaints about. The oil, okay, but they have so many oils. Or they have a pomegranate one. Is it pomegranate? Or they have that. They have a gazillion oils in the whole Alikay line. Like, you have to really go and click on the hair the hair products, and then I take it to the oils. Just tons of oils. Like, how do you pick and choose? Then they have the 17 essential oils for hair growth. Then they have the one that we like, the silkening oil, the glaze oil, argan oil. There's so many oils, and so now they have a lemon.
Add your Alikay this or that to the comment section on our new video, so we can do it in our upcoming video. So if you want to know how we feel about the different Alikay products, this or that, we can add that to our upcoming this or that. Liz LeBron, I don't know where she got pomegranate. I don't know where that came from. And you're dead serious when you say it.
Well, I don't know who's going to jail. Who's going to jail? I gotta get some tea here.
Pondek. The weird feeling I'm talking about is like, you know how sometimes products have like slip and like your hair just feels like moisturized and slippery when you put it in?
Pomegranate.
That gel, I don't want to say it feels dry, but like you put it in and your hair just kind of like stays there, and it like your hair just kind of feels like when you try to like smooth it, it just kind of feels like not scratchy, but like that's why I say I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't feel like an easy kind of thing that just kind of like, it glides through the hair, but it doesn't feel like super slippery and like moisturized. It has slip, but like
there was a lot of mixed reviews.
I don't know how to describe it.
And it took us forever to get those products, and so by the time we got them, we were well aware of the mixed reviews on it. So we went in knowing that it was very like
waxy kind of. We're getting warmer. It has
people
slip.
like Vaseline, right?
Yeah, it has slip. It goes through, but the hair feels odd. It feels weird. It feels odd. You know, it doesn't feel like a super moisturizing, slippery thing where your hair just kind of, you don't want to like.
They had a gel though, that aloe berry gel. So again, we're on companies kind of like duplicating things, and I guess staying new and fresh, and constantly keep doing these things and making us having to pick or choose. Hence the video, if we had to choose, you know, because it's a lot of things that are just kind of like contradicting each other. A lot of things on the shelf from the same brands, same categories. So keep us in business, girl. Hey, Beagle Lady. Yeah, Yolanda, there's mixed reviews on it. Samantha, what lemongrass made your hair straight? The leave-in?
SH King, why do you use Diva Curl one condition as a leave-in versus rinsing it out? Because how we've always ever done Diva is we do the leave-in and then we do the gel. But most recently, I just figured out that I can use the gels as a one and done. And so we always just did the leave-in and then we did a gel. Right. But I never thought to put in the no poo and then put in a conditioner, because the no poo to me was a co-wash. So why am I putting a conditioner in and rinsing it out after a co-wash? A co-wash to me is like a moisturizing conditioner that you put in and then you rinse it out. And then you go on about your styling day. So I never thought.
What was the question about Diva? Because Diva, when Diva first came out, Diva instructed people to, that was like their kind of like their pattern of how to do things. You wash your hair with the, what's the name of that shampoo?
No poo.
No poo. Okay, no poo.
No poo,
low poo. And then they said the one condition, and then they said kind of like rinse it out lightly. And then if your hair was, before they came out with Decadence, this was years ago, back when I was a child, they said, and then if your hair needs extra moisture, rinse it out lightly and then go back in with it. And so that's why it was very troubling to me a few months ago when they came out with that leave-in. I'm like, for years we all loved the no poo. Okay, that worked for us. Why would they contradict what worked for everybody? Initially, it was the no poo, low poo, no poo. I like low poo, no poo. And then it was the one condition that worked for everyone. And then they came out with the leave-in, and I didn't know what the point of that was, because what they had was not broken, so don't try to do extra.
Yeah, no, but I love the one condition as a leave-in. It's even sometimes like my generic leave-in. If I need a leave-in to use with the gel, I'm grabbing the no poo. I mean, I'm grabbing the one condition. What lipstick are you wearing?
Me?
Yes.
It's a combination of Makeup Forever, number 106, and then it's, of course, MAC Stone lip pencil. I smush it all together so it kind of like darkens this up, because this is almost like, a camel color. It's like really, really light. So if I put it on, it's super, super light. Okay, it's not as light as it can get because I have like dark lipstick on already. So this one, it's 107 Makeup Forever. And then I mixed it tonight with Sephora. I think it's called
On deck, you put Jessie Curl Deep Conditioner as a leave-in?
Desert Sand, I think it is. Where's that at?
Really?
What does he put in?
The Almond Jai, and then with the Jessie Curl Deep Conditioner as a leave-in.
Really? Wait, Almond Dry as a leave-in?
Almond Jai with Jessie Curl Deep Conditioner. Those are the stylers.
What? Wow, that's a lot of thick stuff. It works? See, everybody said it's different.
She said, my hair drinks it up, and it's she, because you said he.
Oh, okay. All right, shit. All right. I can't find it. I'm trying to find the
You know, honestly, guys, sometimes we don't know, because some of you guys don't have pictures, and your names we can't tell. Like,
I know.
So sometimes that does get
Yeah,
awkward.
where does the name Pondek come from?
I used to say Pondek. Like,
yeah. I'm trying to find which Sephora one I had. I thought I had it in here. I thought I dropped it in here. I was trying to bring down as less stuff
for
as
protective
possible.
styling. Okay.
But okay, I can see.
Pondek DJ. Like a DJ, like.
Oh,
Think like
okay.
a DJ?
Or whatever it is. It's I think it's called Desert Sand, and it's kind of like a brownie. It's like a more of a neutral brown. It's not a warm brown, because I don't like warm browns, and it's not as cool as I normally go, so it's called Desert Sand. I wish I had it down here. I thought I did bring it down, but
Good night.
perhaps I did, but I mixed those two. Okay.
Oh,
And hold on,
cool.
wait, I want to answer
Okay.
Sheena Marie just real quick. She's talking about Michael Jackson since I initiated that. The maids, okay, those maids, they're disgruntled maids. They were all fired because they were caught stealing. And so they said, whenever you hear about the maids, make sure they're not one of those, there's a name for them. Like there's 5 of them. And they're like say, for instance, the Jackson 5 or whatever. Those 5 maids are always coming out one day or another with a news story about Michael Jackson because they're disgruntled. All right, they were fired, they got caught for stealing, and so they always have a story to tell. So I would look at them a little askance if I heard something from them. But I haven't seen, I have to go look for that interview. Minus you.
Can we start the goodnight roll call?
We can start the goodnight roll call.
Guys, we're starting the goodnight roll call now.
Now.
Right now.
Very minute.
This very minute.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
And for being with us for this entire year. It has been 1 year, and we committed to this. We continue to commit to this, and you guys commit too, because we wouldn't be coming if the chairs was empty. Okay, now talk to ourselves, not crazy yet. All right. All right, so we come because you guys are here, and we can talk. And so we appreciate the commitment that you guys make, because there are just some that are just here as much as we are. Whenever we click on, you are there, and we appreciate that, and it's fun, and we really feel like a family. We truly call it MADCURLS family because we really feel like we're family, you know, and so we appreciate that. It's a fun thing to do, and we all know each other, and really we just enjoy what we do. So thank you for trusting us with y'all's heads
and brains and
brains
and
Lori's
minds.
wisdom points.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So this has been fun, and we will be seeing you guys on Friday.
Thank you, Sherry Harris. Okay.
And throughout the week in our videos.
Thank you, Lisa Powell. Thank you. Is it S.H. King or Sh King? Okay.
MADCURLS fam.
Okay.
Yes, Sarah Zeppelin. I'll probably be up for a while too. I want to get in my pajamas, and I want to go to Netflix.
Flaxseed pancake.
And you're gonna get some place
And sit down.
and sit down.
And say nothing.
And say
Zip
nothing.
the lips.
We're gonna be watching Blue Planet.
Yeah, you're into that. I don't know. You're into these whales lately.
It's not just whales.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Okay.
It's not just whales. It's talking about the ocean.
Okay.
It's fascinating. I'm getting knowledge. I'm getting educated.
I'll go watch my crime channels.
Okay.
Catch up on those.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Have a
Hearts.
good night. Still can't do that.
If you haven't seen our this or that, if we had to choose, definitely go check it out. It's called Blue Planet. There's tons of them, but the Blue Planet is the one they did in 2017, so it's like the most updated one. But there are like a ton of them on Netflix. But there's Blue Planet, and then there's another one that they did in 2017 that's just for like Earth. that talks to whether you're into like ocean animals or like land animals, depending on like what you're into. Like I started with the ocean one, and then I went over and watched like the one on the land, but now I'm going back to like the ones that they did in like 2003, and you can totally see the difference in like quality and like the taping between 2003 and like 2017. But it's just fascinating.
Yes.
Learning about like it's fascinating.
Yes, that's just not my movies of choice. That's not my genre.
Okay. Totally
Tierra Price. I know, we're gonna leave, girl.
I love documentaries like that. They're so good.
Fishy ones.
Girl, I'm learning about all the sea animals.
Okay.
Like the sea
creatures.
creatures.
Like all kinds of things that we never even knew existed.
Like, oh my gosh, and when they went all the way like deep down, and then they go to the surface and they go to like the coral reefs, and then the thing that was the saddest was they were showing like in Antarctica how because of global warming, like the glaciers and stuff are melting, and they were showing like all the walruses, how the walruses are in the water and like they're swimming, but they can't swim for a very long time, so like they rest on like big chunks of ice, and there's really like the chunks of ice are melting, so like they're drowning and different things are happening to them because they can't, there's nowhere for them to go.
And they're getting fighting over there on the ice glaciers because like a little microscopic piece, they see one laying there and one probably just swims there for safety, and then somebody's just like laying all sprawled out. He's probably like, get up, like let somebody else have a chance.
It's almost like Titanic, like they couldn't share that thing, like they wouldn't like the walruses don't want to share, so if they see like a walrus and like its baby coming, like they won't move over, so you gotta like get them tusks and like kill them and get them to move over so like you could get on. But it's sad, like the glaciers are melting. That was so sad to watch. I'm like, wow, like, you know, that was sad. But yeah, no, Netflix, Blue Planet. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Okay.
I just got off of work. Aw, well, we're always here Friday.
Thank you, Curly Fit Chic. Yes, hit the like button on your way out.
Good night.
On your way out the door, grab your goodie bag.
Okay. Good night, girlfriend. Yasha, good night. Karen, Pat, good night. Girls in the making, good night, y'all. Let's see. Or Leslie's still commenting. She's not ready to say good night yet.
Girl, can you please scroll down further?
I did see that. There's nothing more.
Okay, so I guess it's time to go to bed then.
Oh, okay.
Girl.
Let's see. I'm just looking to see. Did we haters disliked? Okay. Night, everyone. Jen loves nail polish. Night, Jen. Okay.
Good night.
Okay. Jay says good night. Angela Marcinkovich. Jen, good night. Oh, she's saying good night to Jen. All right. Okay.
People want to go watch
Ashley Harris.
Watch their shows.
Brenda Tompkins, good night. All right, yes. Watching shows.
We'll see you guys this week. Again, if you haven't seen our This or That, go check that out because that's a good video.
Yep.
And definitely give more suggestions in the comments because
yes.
we're not gonna film tomorrow, but starting Monday, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, like we film during the week, and we definitely want to do another This or That.
Yeah, it's been fun.
So yeah, definitely give us our, you know, your This or That combinations because we want to do more.
Yep.
All right, guys.
It's time to hear our opinions.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys soon.
All right.
My girls make and cheers to another year.
Cheers to another year.
Cheers.
All right. Okay. Bye.
You can press the button or should I press it?
Oh, let me just do my old normal pressing.
That's your job.
All right, guys. All right. Can I reach? Okay.